Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Green's Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC service for your business, building, or even your home, so it can run without all those unwanted interruptions. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats. Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
What if your bank had people who care about the places we call home?
That's what Union Bank does. We encourage this culture of giving back.
I really enjoy working with People City Mission.
The United Way campaign.
Habitat for Humanity. Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Everyone's in to help make that community stronger.
To be part of all of this that's going on is pretty remarkable.
At UBT, your money has people with a passion for serving. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front of the line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing.
And electrical.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of downtown Lincoln. This is Old School with Foreman and Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman is sponsored by Graham Tire Company of Lincoln, Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Here's Troy Detmer dropping straight back in the pocket. Rifles a pass. It was tipped and picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score! Foreman got it, and it's touchdown Huskers.
Black Shirts answer the call one more time.
And Austin Orman. Hour 1 of Old School is sponsored by Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right, live from Blur Events, corner of 10th and Cass here up in Omaha. It is Old School out here at Blur Events. Really appreciate the good folks at Blur for having us out becoming an annual tradition that we all really enjoy and appreciate. The hospitality, the service at Blur. Don't forget, you can be a part of things. Don't just have to look over the fence and see into the air conditioning, the mist-blowing fans, and all that fun stuff. You can be a part of the party if you want as well. Doors open daily from 10:30 a.m. to midnight through June 20th. You can't miss the big white tent for Blur parties here on the south side of Cass Street. It's their 14th annual College World Series tailgate with an all-inclusive bar and buffet. 18 TVs showing the live baseball games. Also between games, we'll have some golf and World Cup on for you as well. Multiple seating options, tables, chairs, couches, hammocks, you name it, it's probably here at the Blur party. You can buy tickets at the door. They prefer, though, if you purchase online at blurevents.com/Omaha. We'll be here, obviously, the rest of today until 6 p.m. Then we're back here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They have 3 different levels of packages for you to buy. A $94 package, $124, $144 package. Everything you pay on top of that base $94 package just gets you more and more good stuff here at Blur. More food, more drinks, more types of drinks, and, of course, more access to all your favorite people out here at the Blur tailgate. Then they will be here through the 20th as well, the start of the championship series. You can be a part of what we're doing here at Blur by getting tickets again at blurevents.com/Omaha. You can be a part of the show, 402-464-5685. Rudy will hop in and join me here momentarily. You'll have Terrell Farley, DP, hop on with me as well for today's show with Jay Foreman still out of town. He will be back next week. So let's just go ahead and get into Old School, brought to you by Graham Tire Company, celebrating 75 years of serving the Midwest. More than just tires, they do all kinds of car and light truck repairs, too. From brakes to oil changes, trust Graham Tire for service you can count on. It's Graham Tire getting you to the places that matter most. Eric says, go figure Jay wouldn't drive to Omaha. Well, it'd be a long drive to Omaha from Jay. He would have had to have left a few days ago and able to make it here to Blur Parties. Don't worry, he'll be back over the weekend, and he will be here for the shows next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Let's go ahead and bring in Rudy here. Rudy, we're just going to do some fun kind of trivia here. A lot of this tweeted out by Creighton's SID, Rob Anderson, some from ESPN as well. So thanks to them for some of this information. I think that it's interesting to start with the field, right? The field of 8 different teams and how they're all different from last year. There's only been one repeat team in the last 3 years. That, of course, is North Carolina, who I am rooting against with pretty much everything here. As long as they go 0-2, I really don't care too much else about what happens in Omaha. But ESPN tweeted out a few days ago, of last year's 8 teams at the Men's College World Series, half of them didn't even make it to the 64-team tournament. The other half already got eliminated. It's the first time since the tournament expanded back in '99 that all 8 Men's College World Series teams failed to make it even to super regionals the following season. You think about LSU kind of falling off a cliff. Coastal Carolina dealing with a little bit of drama with Kevin Schnall going to South Carolina. Oregon State at least made the tournament, but bowed out early in that one. Louisville, not the result late in the season they wanted. Arizona, Arkansas, UCLA, right, overall number 1 seed, couldn't make it. And then Murray State, the 4 seed that went through the run last year. It's kind of cool for college baseball to have the new teams. It's cool to see the repeats. Excuse me. It's fun to get your LSUs, your Vandy's, your Arkansas that are familiar. But how cool for new blood, like this very first game, West Virginia and Troy, in their first appearances. One of those teams is going to get their first ever win here.
Yeah, I mean, I was up there earlier, too. And you kind of just see that I'm sure it's an every year thing. We saw it last year, too. But just being able to see the different crowds is always fun. But then when you have teams like West Virginia, who hasn't been there in a while, teams like Troy, obviously, I think I passed a charter bus that was just housing the Troy fans. And so just seeing how big of an impact it is, even with these teams that aren't maybe regularly here, it's awesome. And then you do have some more teams in there, maybe like the Texas Longhorns, who they'll be here every now and then. But I mean, it's still great to see. It's fun. It is exactly what Omaha is about. You're going to have some Cinderellas in there, whether they want to be called that or not. But at the same time, you're going to have the more of the baseball known schools. Now you got, I believe it's 5 SEC teams at the end of the day that are in here. So it's you're still going to get some competitive baseball, even if it's not the teams you're used to. And I think that's always the best part about it.
If there is a Cinderella, it's probably Troy. The Trojans right now trail 5-4, 2 away in the top of the 6th inning over there at Charles Schwab Field. How about this, though? At 38-30, Troy's baseball's win percentage, the 3rd worst win percentage ever by a team entering the Men's College World Series. The other two you have to go back to were Bradley in 1950. And how about this, Rudy? Your Horns back in 1963, 19, 15, and 1, and still qualified, went 2-2 in Omaha. I do think it's interesting about your Horns as well. Going back to 1988 is when you get the two bracket system here. 68% of the champions have come from the second bracket. That includes your Longhorns. It's the all-SEC bracket, Bama, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Texas. Probably just a weird statistical quirk, but interesting nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, and I think that I was looking at it. Obviously, I'm a Longhorn fan. I mean, at times. I can't say that too often, but that side of that second side of that bracket looks a little more daunting than that first side, and not to diminish any of that talent in there at all, but you're not better teams, but some of the teams I'm favorite of, I think they have more of a chance to come out of that second side. So I mean, it'll be good. I mean, you still got North Carolina, who's a great team to follow. You still got West Virginia, they're just playing some really good baseball overall right now, which is great. So I mean, it's exciting though. But yeah, that second side looks a little tougher.
You mentioned that's the all-SEC side there of the bracket with Alabama, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Texas. Those games will be taking place tomorrow. Some pretty cool stuff already happening here in the first game of the tournament. West Virginia gets on the board early in that one. They didn't do it in any traditional sort of way, Rudy. How about this? Armani Guzman from West Virginia has a straight steal of home in West Virginia's first inning at the College World Series. First, a straight steal of home in the College World Series since 2000. How cool is that? Just what a baller move to your school's first ever game in the College World Series. You're riding high to rip off a straight steal of home. I don't know if there's a move with more aura maybe than that, like in the last 20 years of College World Series history.
Yeah, and I don't know if you were watching that inning or not, but he got on with an error and then ends up stretching it to a hustle double.
Yep.
And then I want to say it was a drop third strike. He moves up on a late go to third. So like he manufactured that entire thing basically by himself. I mean, so yeah, the aura on that's crazy because. And we were watching the replay. I was watching it with Farley, who might not know too much about baseball all the time, so that was funny. But
he's a Braves fan. Just asking about it. He knows everything about the Braves, about baseball. Who knows?
Yeah, but he's like, we're looking at each other. I'm like, I just can't believe like nobody said a single word like that. The third baseman didn't motion with his hands. Like no one had eyes on that guy, and especially with the lefty pitcher on the mound, like that is something that you're taught as soon as people are able to steal. That you're the third baseman's the pitcher's eyes on that, and no one said a single word. The catcher obviously caught it late, so I mean, it's just for that to be the way that the first run comes along in the first inning. I think that's huge momentum. Obviously, they took the lead again, I believe now, and so I mean, they're a fun team to watch. I like teams that can manufacture runs. I love home runs for sure, but the hit and runs, the steals like that, like it's what you need if you want to come out alive in Omaha, and I love that they're starting it early, and they got that swagger to them, so I'm a fan of it.
Eric says, bleep your horns, Rudy. Bill and Bennett, I appreciate your concern, but I will pull through. Thankfully, water is easily accessible here, and thankfully there are plenty of other people who have good thoughts to talk about as well. Some other kind of cool things about the College World Series here, Rudy. This from Rob Anderson about a week ago. Troy's head coach, Skylar Meade, is a former College World Series participant. He threw 2 1/3 scoreless back in 2007 for Louisville up here in Omaha, would have been at Rosenblatt. How about this, though? This is the 32nd consecutive College World Series with at least one head coach who previously played in the College World Series as a student athlete themselves. Not necessarily all for their alma mater, but I do think that's pretty cool, right? How many guys in Major League Baseball that are managers ever played in the World Series? Not all of them. How many guys that are head coaches in the NFL or NBA ever took place in the NBA Finals? Not necessarily all of them. And again, it's not all 8 that played in the College World Series, but I think there's something in baseball about having kind of that homegrown coach, like Nebraska does in Will Bowles, who was on that College World Series team for the Huskers. 32 straight years, too, for a coach that's been on this stage before, that knows what it's like to get down to the 8-team bracket, the double elimination format. Does it mean everything? Probably not. Does it mean something? I think so. I just think, if nothing else, it's pretty cool that there are guys in charge of these programs that have been on this stage before. It's cool when it's new, but it's fun to see guys with experience as well.
Oh, yeah, and I think, obviously, this is just me here, but when you have a coach that does have that type of experience, because at Nebraska Wesleyan, we have Jeff Christie, who was also on that 05 World Series team, and so obviously our World Series, our goal is a little different from Omaha, but still you have the standard for success now, and you have you know what it takes to get there. Even I think the hard part at that point is getting guys to buy in, but that's a different story. But I think having that experience, especially when this is the goal, I think it's maybe not it might not be the end all be all for what team ends up winning it, but it's definitely something you rather have on your team than not in that coaching eyes, and I think that's awesome to see. And the idea that it's been 30 something years straight now it's insane because of how rare it is to make it there in terms of some teams that don't ever make it. Some teams it's their first time being here, and just the idea that somehow along the way there's always going to be a coach that seemed to have played there, and that's awesome. So I mean the experience is awesome, but also to be able to have that standard built in your program on what it takes to get to Omaha is always going to push you a little further.
You mentioned before we did Troy and West Virginia playing in their first game of the Men's College World Series. So they lead it off here on Friday. The 120th and 121st different teams to play here in the College World Series. It's the first time two teams playing in their first College World Series game will face off against each other since 1986. Wow. Loyola Marymount and LSU. It's been 40 years since two teams making their College World Series debut will have played their first game against each other. Thought this was pretty interesting as well. Nebraska was close to that back in 2001. Tulane made its first appearance, and then Nebraska as well in 2001, but it was their second game. So their first appearance was their second game at the tournament. So some history. It's been 40 years since that's happened. Then we get to just some kind of normal baseball stats here, Rudy, with the teams at the College World Series, especially when it comes to the pitching side. The teams here at Omaha, the lowest average fastball velocity, 91.2 miles per hour. 5 of them average at least 92.9, rounded up essentially then to 93 miles per hour for the average fastball for these staffs. The other part of it is throwing strikes. From that same tweet, or a quote tweet of it from Mike Monaco, who's calling the games right now, your Longhorns have the best strike percentage there of any team in the College World Series, 65%. The lowest, not that far behind, Oklahoma at 61%. We know in baseball the importance of strike one. We know the importance of count leverage, of getting ahead of hitters, but it's cool to see that, hey, some of the teams that throw the fastest in college baseball and a bunch of teams that throw the most strikes, there's kind of a benchmark there. You got to average typically 92 on your fastball, and then 93 plus will get you further. And we're seeing at least 60% of your pitches, 61 this year, had to be strikes as a staff. It's cool to see the things that we talk about baseball that seem so simple kind of be reiterated and play out in real time to see who actually makes it to the final stage of the season.
Yeah, I think a big thing that's harped on just across baseball, I'm sure you've heard it, like there's no defense for walks. And I think that a lot of these teams, when you are at least the top 8 teams in the country or whatever it may be, now I think there's a hard line of, okay, you got to throw strikes, but you don't want to fill up the zone too much. And I think that's what separates these teams is you have teams like UCLA who I was watching those games, and there's guys who are going to throw strikes and throw them hard, but when you're leaving pitches over the plate, that's not what you want either. And I think some of these teams, and again, I'm not just going to go about a Texas rant here, but I know Max Wiener for what I do follow for them on the season, like he's a pitching coach that is not just adding more to their arsenal, but he's also shaping how they're throwing certain pitches. Their arm angles are changing, and I'm sure that's happening across the entire country. And I think when you're able to mix that with the idea of still throwing strikes and still throwing hard, that's all. Because we grow up and it's always, oh, he's throwing 90, but it's a ball. And it's like now you're starting to see these guys can kind of control 96 pretty consistently, and that's scary. But it is also what is like that. That's the fun part about the College World Series. You're going to see some of the best talent you're going to see all year playing against each other in one game. And it's a very exciting time to be seeing all this.
It sure is. It's one of the best times of the year. The other thing we talk about, especially in postseason formats for baseball, is the importance of winning early, putting yourself in that driver's seat, whether it's regionals or supers. How about this? 40 of the last 44 College World Series champions won their first game in Omaha. 33 of the last 35 have won their second game. There's really something to being the team that gets to 2-0, needing to be knocked off twice. Not that we haven't seen it before, but I think that goes hand in glove. And then how about this, Rudy, to wrap up this segment before we take our first break? We'll go ahead and let you flex some Texas supremacy here. Not necessarily the Longhorns, but the state of Texas. For the first time since 1976, there's not a single team from either California or Florida in the College World Series. Just the 5th time it's happened, 1950, 52, 56, 76, and now this year. For the rest of us here in Nebraska, maybe a little bit of a bummer that it's Texas. Not that we have much love lost for A&M either, But hey, all right, Texas, we'll at least tip our cap to you on this one. You outlasted California and Florida.
Yes, yeah, I saw that, and I was very thrilled, especially for how things have gone recently for Texas. I know we talk about it sometimes here, how that UTSA stinger is always there. That happened last year. So, I mean, it's good to see. But I also think I saw a stat that, like, I think Georgia has one player at least from on every team. There's at least a player from Georgia, I think is what I saw. I'm not going to tell farther that because he'll run with it. But
we'll keep it under wraps.
Exactly. But yeah, it's insane. The talent's coming from everywhere, but it's just so crazy right now.
Speaking of that, Daniel Jackson from Georgia ends up winning the Dick Hauser Award, the Heisman Trophy of college baseball. Second Bulldog in the last 3 years to win it, following Charlie Condon. We'll go ahead and take our first break of the show. Don't forget, we're up here at Blur Events. We'll be back with more of Old School. I'll be joined by the Black Shirt, Terrell Farley, when we get back here to Old School.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I feel like I'm getting robbed when I bet the finals on a sports book.
Dude, delete that app. You need to be using Polymarket.
Polymarket?
Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. You trade against other fans, not the house. That means more money for you and less for greedy sports books.
Even during the finals?
Especially during the finals. You can even trade on whether Trump or Chalamet will attend the games.
No way. What's the catch?
No catch. And it's available in all 50 states. Polymarket is so confident you'll never go back, they're giving you $50 free on your first trade.
I'm deleting my sportsbook app. How do I get started?
Download Polymarket now and use promo code LAP for $50 free for your first trade. Stop letting sportsbooks steal from you. Download Polymarket and use promo code LAP for $50 free on your first trade. Use promo code LAP.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather.
Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
We're going to see plenty of sunshine here for our Friday. It's going to be a warm one. We're shaking up to about 86 for a high temperature and a little breezy with wind gusts up around 20 miles an hour. Tonight will be mostly clear, down to 65 for a low, and then a pretty good chance for some showers and thunderstorms, especially tomorrow afternoon. High temperature of 81, 76 on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Aaron Dowden for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for a fresh new hangout spot? Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln. Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Hey, Nebraska sports fans. This summer, professional tennis returns to Lincoln. Watch rising stars of the ATP Tour compete for over $100,000 in prize money for the 2026 Lincoln Challenger from July 12th to the 19th at the Sid and Hazel Dillon Tennis Center. Witness top tennis pros compete right here in Lincoln and experience tennis close-up like never before. To purchase tickets or to sign up for volunteer opportunities, please visit www.lincolnchallenger.com. Not just a stop, a stage. Lincoln Challenger 2026.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Planet Fitness has everything you need from warm-up to wind-down, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to bring a friend anytime, access any of our 2,800-plus clubs, or reset and recover in the Black Card Spa, we're ready to fuel your momentum, and then some. Enjoy all the perks with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Join the club today for $1 down, $24.99 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends June 12th.
See Club for details.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Guys, if you're dealing with low back pain or trouble urinating, don't just live with it. These could be signs of treatable conditions. At Advanced Medical Imaging, their interventional radiologists specialize in minimally invasive procedures designed to relieve symptoms and improve your quality of life without major surgery. June is Men's Health Month. Take the step. Call Advanced Medical Imaging today to schedule a consult and find out what AMI can do for you.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. Welcome back in to Old School. Austin Orman joined by DP now for the remainder of the show. DP, good to be back with you. Good to be here at the College World Series. Rudy and I were just talking. I want your opinion here, primarily as, college baseball player yourself, and as a coach. We were talking about the simple things. In baseball, we talk about them all the time, but they ring true in that the teams that have thrown at least 60% of their pitches for strikes are the last 8 teams standing. The teams that average right around 92-plus miles per hour with their fastball are left standing. And 40 of the last 44 teams to win the whole dang thing have won their first game. The importance of setting yourself up for success helps lead to success. Funny how that works.
Well, it's knowing what success is. Identifying, throwing strikes is one level. Throwing good strikes is another. Swinging it, identifying – as a hitter, identifying strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Know your strike zone. Know pitches that you can handle when you can handle them. Green light isn't just a freedom to swing at pitches.
Isn't telling you to swing.
It's literally saying, I need you to sit on something that you want to hit.
Yep.
Not, hey, swing at a strike because it's a strike.
What was that pitch for you?
Yep. For me.
What was it for you?
Okay. If you asked me, my favorite thing to swing at was down and inside.
Okay.
If you ask my coach, he wanted me to swing up and in.
Okay.
For whatever reason, my eyesight was better, my hands were better up in the zone, and it took less work for something good to happen.
Sure.
So up and in was power.
Mm-hmm.
Down and in was line drive. I was good. If you threw inside half, you threw it down the zone, my hands were going to turn it into a laser. Mm-hmm. And that was something that I was good at. My coach would just go, he would often go, get one up, just because he thought I could do more with it.
Yeah, I think that's natural. If you think about the physics of a baseball swing, I think your coach is probably onto something there. For me in the left-handed batter's box, I always loved in high school baseball, teams would shift on lefties just almost, this guy's a pull hitter, he's got to be a pull hitter. I wasn't. I was a go the other way guy. My dad really drilled that into all of us kids who batted left-handed. And so anything that was middle, I was looking to go the other way with. Pitches on the outside half where a lot of high school pitchers are more comfortable living, I'm going that way. I'm comfortable with it. And then when I got bigger, like I was 5'8", 135 as a sophomore without great bat speed. As I grew into a little bit more frame and more bat speed, then I started looking for that pitch middle and in those kind of top 2 spots there in that 9-spot zone. And that's where I started doing damage more to the right center gap and over.
Yeah, I didn't know how much was tied into my natural body maturing. I was a different hitter when I got to college than I was in high school. High school, I was opposite away. Let it get in on the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Let it get deep behind the plate, and I'll go
see it a long time, let it travel.
I'll hit it where it is.
Mm-hmm.
In college, it was attack, 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 attack. And if I hit it hard, it was going to run.
Sure.
I didn't have that power, as you said, physical maturity, but then going to college and lifting weights. And, those line drives to the gap all of a sudden carried over the wall.
Sure.
And
extra 20, 30 feet.
Yeah. It was the difference in going, well, geez, I can take my time if I now before as the running. And I went from high school to being a slap hitter. If I got on, and I wanted the ball to bounce twice.
Sure.
If it bounced twice, you weren't throwing me out.
Yeah.
And then I knew that any infield hit was a triple.
There you go.
And so that was when I got to college, it was, no, I could hit the double to the gap and then steal third. I'm okay with doing that too. So you evolve, doing the simple things. I learned what I could handle. I also learned what I had no business swinging at, and that made me incredibly a much better hitter, was knowing what I had no business swinging at. Like if it was borderline, listen, I'm not going to do anything good with it anyway. Leave it alone.
Right. No, that makes perfect sense. Game in progress right now. Troy and West Virginia knotted up at 5 as we are 2 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. West Virginia at the plate right now. Rudy and I were discussing this a little bit, DP. The first run that West Virginia scores of the program at the College World Series comes on a straight steal of home. The first one in 26 years. Maybe the only way it could have been better is if that would have been the walk-off run. But for that to be your program's first ever run in the College World Series, I'm going to use the word swaggy. Like that is aura. That is, throw in your adjective there. That is just swagger to another level. I love it so much.
Well, I think that's who you are. Be aggressive. Like the rule on if you're the runner at third and there's one out, the rule is don't make it home at home plate. Also, depending on who's at home plate, who's hitting. Right. Do you know the pitcher? What's he going to throw? What will he not throw?
Right.
Because depending on who's hitting, he may throw the breaking ball. He may feel like, the fastball is good enough, and that's what I'm going to throw. If I can get him to throw a breaking ball, I'm going to steal home. So do what you do all the time. If that's what you do all season long, do that in the College World Series. I'm okay with it.
Breaking news out of college baseball, a couple bits and pieces. First of all, Daniel Jackson from Georgia ends up winning the Dick Hauser Trophy, college baseball's version of the Heisman, second Bulldog in the last 3 years to win it, after Charlie Condon, who hit about a home run every other pitch, it seemed like, a couple of years ago for Georgia. When I see stories like that, DP, and you see Georgia here at the College World Series, to me, I think the days of being an ex-sport school are over. They need to be over. I think they've been over for a long time, but we can start parlaying this into how things are going for Nebraska track up there in Eugene. Axelina Johansson did it again. She's 8 for 8, 4 for 4, however it is you want to describe it. Sets a meet record, wins by nearly 6 feet. I think the days of Nebraska being a football school are over. Georgia would tell you, look, we're not just a football school. Alabama hasn't been just a football school for a while. Kansas goes and invests in football. Duke goes and invests in football when they're your traditional basketball schools. Kentucky's been good at baseball and been in and around the scene in Omaha in recent years. Now more than ever, regardless of the money, that's not all it is, but it's certainly a part of it. There are enough resources, there are enough training facilities, there's enough knowledge that I think there's no reason for an institution to say, this is our one thing. You can be good at everything if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same recruiting. It's deeper. Okay, you need more bodies. Different types of bodies, so you identify that. But there's a way for Nebraska to be good at football. They have to find it, and there's a thing that other people are giving you the playbook.
Yeah.
But if you will not pay attention to the playbook, and we know those people, then you stay where you are. There's no reason why Nebraska can't be a football school again. Literally none other than they're really bad at hiring football coaches to get back to where they were.
Yeah.
It's literally that simple. They just need to get better at hiring coaches who will get them to be the version they want to be.
The playbook's there. Like you said, it can't be as difficult as Nebraska has always made it look, especially because Nebraska's found ways to be so successful in so many other sports. Right now, the Nebraska men lead. Right now, they're still in first place. Pretty much just heptathlon going on right now. And then also
gymnastics, we didn't know that there would be another national champion. Wrestling, you didn't know that you were in the pool 2 years ago, not only for one, but for two. And then to bounce back the following year and put put people in the championship.
Right.
Softball, we didn't know you were going to host the Super Regional.
Hoped, but didn't know.
Yeah, didn't know. Baseball, same thing applies. Volleyball.
How dare they only make it 3 rounds instead of 6?
Well, the idea is you couldn't expect them to go 33-0.
Right.
Wow. Basketball. So there's no reason to be one-dimensional.
No.
In this day and age in sports, there's no reason to be one-dimensional.
What gets athletic directors and chancellors and presidents, whoever, caught up in being good at one thing? Is it we got to start somewhere? Is it this is what we've always done? What's the mindset that leads to this is our thing, we're going to pour everything into this, and if other programs are good, hey, cool, pat on the back?
I've never understood that. Never understood it. Why would you do that?
Why put a ceiling on yourself?
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a sport that Nebraska can't be good at, and why would an athletic director proclaim that they?
The only sport I can think that Nebraska wouldn't be good at is like hockey or water polo, and that's only because they don't sponsor it.
Right.
That's the only reason.
Right, and I don't think they would be terrible at hockey because you have a whole pool of young hockey players in your building.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you need to get a building. I mean, there's that.
Well, they have one.
Yeah.
They have a rink.
Well, no, but a building for that program to be that program.
Oh, sure.
And you need for it. I don't always understand athletic directors. I have to be 100% transparent. I'm the coach in the back of the room raising my hand. Have we thought about this? And I don't hate athletic directors. I just often am left to ponder, why are you doing what you're doing?
Yeah, and I think that's usually a fair question to at least ask why. And that's why, again, I always appreciate the chance to chat with Troy Dannon when we cross paths or whatnot. And I thought his answer at Matt Talbot, when he was with us there to lead off Bach in the black shirt, was interesting. It's something that we probably know in our heads, but we can never really understand being in their shoes. He said head coaches are the most provincial, right? They have their program to worry about. And sure, they'll work with other coaches in their sport or in their athletic department, but their primary day-to-day concern, what they're hired to do, is their program. Then you have the athletic directors, still provincial, looking at their school. That's a lot of different programs, but what benefits us? On top of them, presidents and chancellors. On top of that, the commissioner, and then maybe the NCAA in whatever form or fashion right now. But it doesn't change the fact that even if we don't know everything that goes into each decision, we see the decision. And when there's not transparency to a point, when there's not a rationale and explainer, when things move too fast or move too slow, it's at least fair to ask the question, hey, what's going on? Can we get an explanation?
Yeah, I mean, you're asking for simplicity, and that often works. I don't know why you would want to limit. Here's my real problem. I've always coached everything all the time. So I'm a 3-sport coach. Quite frankly, every athlete was an athlete. I look for things in them that I could turn into a baseball player, or a basketball player, or a football player. I was looking for an athlete. I was looking for a quality person. Are you a good person? You can be the best athlete. If you're a knucklehead, I wasn't interested. And it was much easier for me to know who the athletes were coaching multiple sports than it was if I had focused just on football or basketball or baseball. So I understand why they don't understand. And I understand why they limit coaches. I'd like it if they didn't limit them.
It would be nice. It would be a nice change, but we've seen some coaches run wild as well. So we can monitor, but without limiting. All right, we can hold accountable without holding back. There's a line there, isn't there?
Well, most coaches would be willing to be watched if they're doing right. If you're doing a good thing, you're not trying to hide that. I'm not trying to hide. Oh my goodness, I'm asking them to work harder. Oh my goodness, I'm asking them to sleep more or do their homework or whatever that is. No, I don't have a problem with that, and I don't know why any athletic director would. So I'm constantly flummoxed. What are y'all doing? Like what are y'all doing? I used to ask, what are we doing? I now ask, what are y'all doing? Because I don't know, and I don't always understand.
That's fair. Sutter Heyman Jewelers text line. Don't forget, you can be a part of the conversation. 402-464-5685. Let's go ahead and take a break. We will wrap up hour 1 from Blur after this. Plenty more to get to. Don't forget, we are here till 6. Tickets are sold out for today, so you can wave at us over the fence. We're here, very easy to see up against the back wall, or the side wall, I suppose it would be. But you can't gin in today. They're sold out. But don't worry, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we are up here. You can be as well. Get your tickets online, blurevents.com. Me, CP, I'm Austin. We'll wrap up Hour 1 of Old School in just a moment.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for a fresh new hangout spot? Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, since 1776, the men and women of our military have dedicated themselves to serving our country. Today, we salute that legacy, the courage of the past, the dedication of the present, and the strength of the future. As a grateful nation, we honor their sacrifice, support those who serve today, and commit to caring for our veterans. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Guys, if you're dealing with low back pain or trouble urinating, don't just live with it. These could be signs of treatable conditions. At Advanced Medical Imaging, their interventional radiologists specialize in minimally invasive procedures designed to relieve symptoms and improve your quality of life without major surgery. June is Men's Health Month. Take the step. Call Advanced Medical Imaging today to schedule a consult and find out what AMI can do for you.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for their 14th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an exclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, they're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
What if your bank had people who care about the places we call home?
That's what Union Bank does. We encourage this culture of giving back.
I really enjoy working with People City Mission,
the United Way campaign,
Habitat for Humanity,
Big Brothers Big Sisters. Everyone's in to help make that community stronger. To be part of all of this that's going on is pretty remarkable.
At UBT, your money has people with a passion for serving. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786 888-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Back to old school with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Going back in, it is College World Series coverage on Old School, live from the Blur Parties tailgate here in Omaha. Again, no tickets left for today. You can join us on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll be up here starting at 10. Doors open at 10:30, and then we'll be here till 6, probably hanging out a little while after, but the party goes till midnight here at Blur. We'll be here again next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with the championship series happening at the end of next week. Austin Norman and the black shirt, not just a black shirt, the black shirt, Terrell Farley.
The black shirt.
I'll give you the black shirt, obviously,
yeah,
with a nice white bucket hat on top of your head. Well, tell me about that, Farley. Is that your new style?
Well, I went over to State Farm. Last year they had the bobblehead, so I want to see what they did this year. They're doing giveaways for free bags and free hats, custom hats. You can get brim hats or you can get the bucket hats. So many designs over there. So I decided to go with the bucket hat because I plan on doing some fishing tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Where are you going?
Probably Branch Oak. I think I'm going to take my talent out there, and I got to pack me up a picnic. Not a picnic, but a chair.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't have a chair for
folding chair?
Yeah, folding
Lawn chair, yeah.
I didn't have a chair for the last 3 times I went, so I didn't stay long. It was like 30 minutes, and I'm tired. I'm tired of walking around. So I got me a bucket hat so to go fishing tomorrow.
I love that for you. Have you learned to put your rod together? I knew I had to help you the first time you brought it into the station.
I still haven't put that rod together, but I have 2 more rods that I carry in my car.
Okay.
I think when I go on a boat, I want to take that rod with me. So that's probably going to be my actually on a boat kind of.
This is your big deal trip.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm actually, let's get down to business sort of fishing.
Yeah, that type right there, Austin. So I think when
You're not even going to break it in? Just fishing from the shore?
No, I'm just gonna swing it out there and see what it does.
What have you caught so far this season?
Nothing.
Not a thing.
A bunch of air. Some thoughts.
You sound like me.
I caught a bunch of thoughts in my head. Like, why am I out here? So, it's too many things you don't get to do when you want to do it. Then you don't catch anything, and it throws you off a little bit. But I'm gonna catch something. And I'm gonna take a picture with it. And I'm going to bring it to the ticket and mount it up.
What I want you to do is I want you to catch Eric out there. He says, I'm going to come and troll Farley at Branch Oak tomorrow. Now, Eric, be careful because here's the thing.
He's a troll already.
You troll Farley at Branch Oak, you might just end up getting tackled into the lake.
Yeah. Jason Voorhees tackled in the lake.
I think Jason Voorhees would do more than tackle.
Yeah, especially I'm the Voorhees. He's the tackler. So Eric is he does enough of that right now. I don't need him trolling me out at the park tomorrow because I want a nice quiet day. Fishing, they always say quiet people, so I have on headphones, phone, and fishing out there. I got 2 poles at twice the fun.
Farley, you're not going to see them today, not until next week, most likely if they make it through. But we'll talk about your Georgia Bulldogs here. Give you credit for. We're staring right at their logo over there across the way. They had one of their best players, the best player in the country now, Daniel Jackson, end up winning the Heisman Trophy of college baseball, the Dick Hauser Trophy. If I asked you, and maybe you can extrapolate to the Georgia fans that you know back down home, would they rather win the College World Series or win March Madness?
Probably win College World Series. Basketball is not up to that level of everybody else.
Baseball hasn't been for long, though.
Baseball also, but Georgia has been up there all year ranked in the top 5, so they have a great chance of trying to get to the finals here. They do have a Farley on their team, Paul Farley, the pitcher.
No way.
So you look him up. Paul Farley is his name. He's a pitcher out of Kennesaw, Georgia. No kin to me, but I'll take the kinship and everything.
Let's go ahead and look at this just to make sure. Oh, you guys look so similar.
Yeah, we're twins.
Well, you're a little older than Paul Farley is, but
yeah, he stayed in the womb a little bit longer than me.
Need a little bit extra time.
Yeah.
So last year, Paul Farley, 12 relief appearances. Let's go ahead and pull up Paul Farley's stats here from this season. 25, 26. Nope, that would not be it because it would be 25, 26, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Paul Farley. Go to the pitching stats for the Georgia Bulldogs. What we got? Okay, Paul Farley, where are you? Oh, 4.53 ERA, 160 whip. But how about this, Terrell? 8-1 record.
All
21 appearances with 3 starts for Paul Farley and 43 innings pitched. .287 opponent batting average against. His ERA, like I said, 4.53, not the best. But, hey, you can live with an 8-1 record in 24 appearances. That's pretty solid.
Especially with a 4.5 ERA. So you when you look at a 4.5 ERA, you think of a guy who's probably 3-8, but not 8-1. So
right.
Totally different.
There's a guy, I think he still leads Major League Baseball in all of wins. And this has been cracking me up all season long. Yeah, so there's this guy, Aaron Ashby, who pitches for the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm going to pull up ESPN just to verify this right now for sure. But Aaron Ashby is a reliever, and he's already got 9 wins this season. Think about that. Now, Major League Baseball's wins rule, you get awarded for it. As a starter pitcher, you have to go 5 innings at the very least. But, yeah, if you look at the leaderboard for Major League Baseball and wins, there are a few guys up there with 9 of them. You have Davis Martin, who's a starter for the White Sox, who's got 9 wins in 13 starts. You look at Gavin Williams, who's got 9 wins in 14 starts. And Aaron Ashby, 9 wins in 1 start. He's pitched in 30 games so far this year as a reliever, far and away the most of anyone on this leaderboard. Not the most in baseball necessarily. He's pitched about half the time for the Brewers, a little less than, and he's gotten a win essentially 1 in every 3 times he's taken the mound. That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's his ERA?
His ERA is 2.85.
The 9-1 guy? The
9-0 guy.
Oh, that's not bad.
The other guys on the leaderboard, Davis Martin is 9-2. Gavin Williams is 9-3. Aaron Ashby, 9 wins in just 41 innings pitched.
Who is that with the Braves up there? That's a Braves guy.
That's Chris Sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is he?
Chris Sale is 8-5 this year in his 13 starts, but 9 quality starts out of those 13 appearances.
Okay.
78 innings in those 13 starts, so averaging right at 6 innings per start. He's given up 20 earned runs in those 78 innings. 92 strikeouts for Chris Sale on top of just 20 walks. He's still pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good average.
You will take that if you're Chris Sale. We'll go ahead and go to break. You get to stick around next hour, a little bit of it?
I'll stick around for the first segment.
Deal. When we get back, Nebraska football gaining a positive reputation with parents and agents for the way they do business behind the scenes in NIL. We'll talk with Terrell about that. We'll take your texts as well all show long. 402-464-5685. Be a part of things on our Sartor Heyman Jewelers text line. This is Old School, brought to you by Graham Tide.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get 1 half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Are you looking for a fresh new hangout spot? Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln.
Looking for the ultimate game day spot? Arbor Axe House has everything you need. Axe throwing, cold beers, and the big game. Whether you're celebrating a win or talking trash with friends, nothing beats the rush of sticking an axe while cheering on your favorite team. Perfect for bullseye beginners and seasoned pros. Our axe throwing experts keep the fun going and the drinks flowing. Step up to the plate at Arbor Axe House. Book a lane at arboraxe.com or call 402-802-9696. Arbor Axe House on the corner of N Street and Antelope Avenue.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for their 14th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an exclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, they're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Planet Fitness has everything you need from warm up to wind down. so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to bring a friend anytime, access any of our 2,800 plus clubs, or reset and recover in the Black Card Spa, we're ready to fuel your momentum and then some. Enjoy all the perks with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Join the club today for $1 down, $24.99 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends June 12th.
See club for details.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, since 1776, the men and women of our military have dedicated themselves to serving our country. Today, we salute that legacy, the courage of the past, the dedication of the present, and the strength of the future. As a grateful nation, we honor their sacrifice, support those who serve today, and commit to caring for our veterans. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822.
What if your bank had people who care about the places we call home?
That's what Union Bank does. We encourage this culture of giving back.
I really, really enjoy working with People City Mission,
The United Way campaign.
Habitat for Humanity, Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Everyone's in to help make that community stronger. To be part of all of this that's going on is pretty remarkable.
At UBT, your money has people with a passion for serving. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At DWE Generations, having a plan matters, especially when it comes to protecting what's most important. They work with individuals, families, and business owners to help make smart financial decisions that support life today and set the foundation for generations. David Darlington, Russell Walton, and Cody Eiler bring decades of experience, and their dedicated team provides follow-through, answering questions, explaining next steps, and staying connected as life evolves. DWE Generations, a generational wealth planning firm. DWE Generations is a marketing name for individuals doing business as representatives of Northwestern Mutual. Visit generations.nm.com or call 402-483-7871 and ask for David, Russell, or Cody.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
We're going to see plenty of sunshine here for our Friday. It's going to be a warm one. We should get up to about 86 for high temperature and a little breezy with wind gusts up around 20 miles an hour. Tonight will be mostly clear, down to 65 for a low, and then a pretty good chance for some showers and thunderstorms, especially tomorrow afternoon. High temperature of 81, 76 on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Aaron Dowden for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of downtown Lincoln. This is Old School with Foreman and Orman. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Here's Troy Detmer dropping straight back in the pocket. Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score. Foreman got it, and it's touchdown Huskers.
Black shirts answer the call one more time.
And Austin Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman is sponsored by Graham Tire Company of Lincoln. Your tire store next door with 4 Lincoln locations. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. Away we go into hour 2 of Old School. Full 3-hour show coming your way here from Blur Parties. West Virginia, 1 out away with a 2-run lead now in the top of the 9th from winning in their first ever game here at the Men's College World Series. Austin Orman here, the black shirt. Terrell Farley there. DP will be along for more throughout the course of the show. Mountaineers took the lead in the bottom of the 8th inning, putting themselves up 7-5. And again, now just 1 out away from wrapping up an opening victory. Pretty interesting, though, Farley, it's been over a decade since a team that featured in the first game of the College World Series actually went on to win it. That was Virginia back in 2015, so there's a bit of a curse on the winner of this game not being able to make it necessarily all the way. Some suggestions for you as well, Terrell, from our Starter Heyman Jewelers text line. Kip says go fishing at Iron Horse.
Iron Horse, where is that at?
Kip, let us know where Iron Horse is. Jim in Lincoln says you should go to Wildwood Lake, black shirt. My dad caught his limit in just 45 minutes out there. Then Farley, Jason says, just take a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket to sit on. Don't waste money on a chair.
You're right, but who has a 5-gallon bucket sitting at home? I know.
I do, and I'm a young homeowner. How do I have one and you don't?
I got one. I mean, I don't know what's in it.
So dump it out.
Well, I usually have like cleaning supplies in it or towels or.
So dump it out.
I want to feel comfortable. I mean, sitting on a bucket is like the start of hemorrhoids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wait a minute.
It's gonna hurt your butt.
Minute.
Austin, it's hard sitting on a.
You understand that hemorrhoids aren't the outside of your butt.
Well, I know, but it's still hard.
Well, yeah, it's maybe not the most comfortable thing, but also save you $30.
Well, I got some at home in the storage. I just got to get in the storage room and get them out.
Jason says I got 15 buckets. I can run one by for you.
Well, just take me fishing with y'all, man, and stop torturing me. I mean, I'm already getting tortured out there, not catching anything.
By the hemorrhoids that apparently come from your sore butt.
Yeah, just from sitting outside.
I don't even know where we can go with this. 57-4 says Farley deserves a lawn chair. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve one.
I mean, you want to be comfortable when you fish, though, Austin.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I mean, because you're going to sit out there a long time, especially if you got two poles and you want to sit comfortable and watch both poles. I mean,
how long do you think a good chair could extend your time out on the lake fishing? Because if you're there just
2
standing,
hours.
Okay, you can go for 2 hours with a chair?
Yeah. Without a chair, 30 minutes.
Okay.
I'm being honest.
So that gives you a 300% increase in your time.
Yeah, that gives me 2% more chance of catching a fish because I can't fish.
A whopping 2 whole percent. Eric says, I never want Farley to be comfortable. You got to take the bucket. Yeah, well, Eric, you do a great job making our lives uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what we do without you there.
I have dreams of Eric.
I'm so sorry.
Not like that. Like, he tortures me and, like, oh, shoot, Eric.
Well, what does Eric think about me right now is not a question I've ever once thought in my life.
Yeah. I would like to see Eric and see what he looks like. He can't be that 5'5" guy that talks a lot of smack. Just
aren't the 5'5" guys the ones that talk the most smack though?
Yeah, that's Eric.
Bill and Bennett says try Catfish Run out by Ashland, and Kip says a Ned rig, the only thing I ever fished with.
So he just throws a net out there and pulls them in.
I guess
that's called cheating, no? That's not fishing. That's cheating.
I mean, you still got to have something end up in the net. It's better than, I don't know, like like dynamite or something, or putting the weights down the fish you catch in a competition.
You're right, but I'd rather just do it old school way. Throw my rod out there and try to catch something.
All right, fair enough. Well, not old school anymore, Terrell. College football. We knew it's a new day, a new age, and there's plenty of change coming here. But Inside Nebraska, Tim Verghese wrote a really interesting piece that had some recruiting information with it. But more importantly, I think that Tim wrote about, there's a section there with the headline, Nebraska gaining a reputation with agents and parents. So the second paragraph under that says, a common sentiment from parents and agents alike across multiple cycles is Nebraska is one of the programs who do things right under Matt Rule's direction. Sources say the Huskers emphasize the fact that players are taken care of not just financially, but in every aspect of their life while student athletes at Nebraska. It's one thing to emphasize that in the recruiting process. It's another thing to follow through on it. Parents and agents alike say they are comfortable sending future prospects and clients to Lincoln because the Huskers have followed through on what they say during the recruiting process. What stands out to you when you hear that?
That doesn't equal wins. So I really don't think that article is invalid to me, because I want players who want to come here and win. I mean, a lot of players want to come play and get money and things like that. But when it comes down to all the apples and oranges, a W is what I want. I mean, that's great that they're doing things the right way. I expect every team to do it the right way, but also, what about the teams that win? I mean, who want to be known for a university that does things the right way and still can't win the right way?
I don't think I can get to invalid like you. I can agree that, winning probably takes priority, but don't Nebraska fans want their program to be one that does it, quote unquote, the right way?
Sometimes
right? Think about the guy that you played for.
We got to be the villains sometimes. We got to turn around and be the villains one day and go take back college football like we deserve. I mean, sometimes we've been nice for too long, Austin. We've done things the right way for the last 30 years, and it got us nowhere. I'm not saying.
So you're telling me Tom
Osborne.
Osborne did things the wrong way?
I mean, no, Tom.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
For 30 years, Tom Osborne did things right. I'm saying since 2000 what?
Well, let me throw this out there. As West Virginia just fired across the final strike of the game, a 7-5 win for the Mountaineers as they win their first ever game here in Omaha. I can agree that maybe Nebraska has gotten too nice or focused on the nice and focused on doing things the right way. What's inexcusable to me is that it's a program that ever lost its edge. Yeah. Its competitiveness, it's nice. A little bit of nasty, right? I mean, I'm all on board with, playing by the rules, being above board. You're probably going to lose out on some prospects, but maybe those aren't the ones you wanted to begin with anyways. I don't care if Nebraska does things, the right way, and that's their priority. Great. Hopefully it works out for them in the long run. I think we'd all like a program that we can be proud of that does things the right way, that's above board. But that's never an excuse for a program to lose its edge, especially on the field, right? If you're not an offensive lineman who wants to bury the guy across from you, what's wrong with you? If you're not a linebacker that wants the quarterback's head in the dirt and his jersey green, no matter what color he wears primarily, you're doing it wrong. If you're a safety and there's a guy coming across the middle and you don't have bad intentions, targeting obviously aside, what's the point of playing football? If you're a running back and a linebacker or a DB is trying to stand you up in the hole and you don't have the intention of running him over, that has nothing to do with doing things, quote unquote, the right way or being the nice guy. In fact, the right way, if you want to call it that on the football field, is to have those bad intentions and to want to hit the other guy harder than he wants to hit you.
I think that one thing that people look at us and they kind of judge us off articles like this because they say Nebraska does it the right way. Well, when we play football, we play it the wrong way if you look at the record. I'm not trying to be hostile towards the university, but we got to get some kind of fire in us to make us the bad guys. See, we was the bad guys back in the 90s because we played football like that. These guys get paid. They're student athletes with payroll now. Matt Rule, he's a nice coach. Yeah. But I want more than that. I want bad guys, not bad guys off the field, but I want some bad guys on the field. I mean, good what agents and parents say. If your parent wants you to go 6-5 for the rest of your life, then that's their prerogative. But when you talk about my university, the University of Nebraska, I want some real headhunters out there. I would not saying that guys should get thrown out of the game for targeting, but sometimes you got to lay that wood to put that emphasis.
Send a message almost.
Send that message to the other team. And we haven't sent the message probably in a couple of years.
Been a lot of messages received, not nearly as many sent.
Yeah, I don't care about the nice guy role, the what agents and parents say. They don't play the game. So I don't care what they say.
No, that's fair. More from
Not
that.
to be mean like that.
No, I get you. More from that article from Tim. A new sentiment this cycle from multiple agents has been the alignment across Nebraska's staff. Sources know that from Pat Stewart down, there is much better alignment across Matt Rule's staff than previous years. It's helped to bring in a young, energetic defensive coordinator in Rob Orich that runs his own system and owns his system at every levels with assistants that have experience in that system. Offensively, there's a feeling of better alignment under Dana Holgorsen from coaching staff to personnel. I think an obvious way to point to that is at the quarterback position, Anthony Colandrea. And I think when I think in terms of alignment, to me, it's not necessarily all predicated on skill set, but I think Dana Holgorsen's reputation, fair or not, is that as the riverboat gambler, right? The guy that's happy to take some risks. And I don't think that was Dylan Raiola, right? I think Dylan Raiola was in some cases a bit of a robot, not necessarily in predetermining all his reads necessarily, but through the standpoint of, hey, I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be collected. I'm not going to risk the interception if I don't have to. I'm going to try to get the ball in play. And I think Dana Holgorsen appreciated the completion percentage, but I also think there's something to be said for personalities vibing and meshing. And I think what we think we know about Anthony Colandrea and what we think we know about Dana Holgorsen, it seems like that's a really simple place for some alignment maybe to come into clear focus.
Well, people have to understand what happened the last 4 games of the year when Dana Holgorsen didn't score with 10 points a game. So you look at that from Penn State, you look at it from Minnesota, you look at it from the Utah game. He's a great coach, but this is a new era right here when we talk about and when I talk about this era, this is like the Jeep Wade era. You see how Jeep Wade going out and getting offensive linemen. He's getting what he got. That connection comes from Jeep Wade, deep connection to Georgia. He went out and got.
Oh, of course it comes back to Georgia. Of course it does.
I mean, he's. I mean, Who have we signed besides?
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Who do you give Trey Taylor to Dana Hogan, or you give him to Matt Rule? Who? Because obvious Trey Taylor been committed for how long? 2 years now?
No, not quite that long. I can look up Trey Taylor's commitment date.
Yeah, but I'm tired of the nice guy role, man. Sometimes these players got to get fed up when they read this and stuff.
It's been just over a year. Trey Taylor commits to Nebraska May 1st of 25.
Okay.
So, to your point about Nebraska's points scored last year, you start the year off obviously with a 20-17 win over Cincinnati, 68 against Akron, 59 against Houston Christian, put up 27 against Michigan, 38 against Michigan State with some special teams help, 34 against Maryland with some special teams help, only 6 against Minnesota, 28 against Northwestern in a game Nebraska really had to hang on for dear life in, 17 against an okay USC defense, 28 on the road at UCLA, and then 10 points, 16 points, and 22 points to end the year.
Yeah, so we didn't end the year a great way. Sometimes these players has to take control of their own selves. I mean, like right now, you're doing summer ball, no coaches out there, so somebody has to lead this team offensively and defensively. So when we talk about Calandra, this is his chance, but you got to look at the way TJ Lateef came back from summer workouts. Hey, he looked good. I mean, I'm not saying he's ready to take over, but he's ready to compete better than the situation he was in last year.
No, I think that's completely fair. One thing on the negative side, if you will, from this article that Tim wrote, he says that while the vast majority of sources I talk to on the agent and player side of things speak positively, there are certainly those who don't hold the same feelings. One area some sources have stressed frustration in is how Nebraska matches positional value with the NFL. Other programs don't necessarily view the market the same way, and in certain instances, it has kept Nebraska from truly having a seat at the table in certain recruitments. And that, to me, Terrell, is extremely interesting to get into, because I think when you think about positional value in the NFL, the thing that I think will carry over is the value of the quarterback position in a lot of ways, valuing that highly. Edge rushers, okay, makes sense. Cornerbacks, offensive tackle, certainly up there, and then probably wide receiver as well. You look at where Nebraska has invested and maybe not been as able to invest. You look at them going out and get Williams-Nwaneri from Missouri after just 1 year. Okay, so they're investing there at the edge position. They invest in Dylan Raiola early on in that process, certainly, and then he comes to Lincoln before he ultimately leaves. We know Nebraska's targeted a lot of guys out of the transfer portal at wide receiver. You saw Nebraska go out and get Elijah Pritchett in the transfer portal last year, and then a handful of guys out of the portal this year for both interior and exterior offensive line. And those positions are all certainly important, right? Whether it's the NFL or it's college football. But you look where Nebraska hasn't necessarily spent money. It's the same place the NFL isn't necessarily spending money at tight end, which Nebraska hasn't really used a whole lot of. The name Carter Nelson will come to mind. They lose Borkacher. Lindenmeyer played a role for them last year, but wasn't a focal piece, certainly. Running back, they played it by committee, right? They went out and, they got Dante Dowdell a couple years ago. Didn't work out the way they wanted it to, so they said, you know what? We'll keep things in-house. Emmett Johnson, the job's going to be yours. Same exact thing this year. Emmett Johnson leaves. Nebraska doesn't go out and get a running back, right? Maybe following that NFL model that Pat Stewart brought down. But I think that in college football, we know, like in the NFL, it starts with the offensive line. But I think there's a pretty good argument to be made that a great running back in college probably has as much, if not more, value to a team than it does in the NFL, just given that the caliber of quarterback and receiver play not being quite the same.
Well, here's the thing. I think more when we talk about this later on in the year, you will see that the value of our receivers are better than the value of our running backs, because we still don't know who's going to take that lead role. We still don't know which guy is going to emerge from camp. Now, you talk about you got 3 guys that didn't rush over 100 yards total.
Right.
So you have to look at that point, and then that's kind of the mystery of this offensive line. Like, who is really going to step up for Nebraska? We don't know that yet. So, and I can tell you probably most of the time you know by spring ball, but in this case, we're still going to take it past fall camp.
Mm-hmm. You look at the rushing yardage for people not named Emmett Johnson last year for Nebraska. You got 27 carries for 147 yards out of Mekhi Nelson. Quentin Ives gave Nebraska 20 carries for 133 yards. TJ Lateef went 40 for 120. Isaiah Mosey, 26 carries, 115 yards. Then you had Kenneth Williams, who's now gone, 5 for 22. Ja'Cory Barney Jr., 5 rushing attempts for 20 yards, maybe on those little touch passes that go as rushing attempts sometimes and passing attempts other times, typically passing. Then you look at Heinrich Harburg, 9 yards on 9 carries. Connor Booth, Janiron Bonner, Vince Genatone, Isaac Dickey, all with fewer than 10 yards there. Nebraska likes its young guys, and I think there's a fine line to walk there, Terrell, because what do we ask Nebraska to do? Develop, right? Get talent from the high school ranks, and Nebraska's telling you, we think we did. And yet there's still some conversation. I'm certainly guilty of falling into this camp. Well, why didn't Nebraska go out and get a running back? Nebraska is telling you that they don't need to go pay top dollar, even medium dollar for a running back, and they can do it, quote unquote, cheaply out of high school, just like the NFL philosophy of, can we get a guy in the third day of the NFL draft, or can he be another team's cast off that can still give a team good enough production? I just think it's funny because I think a star running back would go a long way for Nebraska, but they're telling you either they think they can develop one or they're not willing to go out and pay for one because they think they can get good enough production without going overboard with the money.
Well, here's the part. They think they got a 3-man rotation. We'll have to see how it goes. I'm not questioning coaches, but I do question the fact that why we didn't go out and get a good running back, because we don't know what we got with these 3 guys. Not saying that they're not good, but usually
no one knows.
But usually when somebody graduates, they do bring somebody in. So
yeah,
we could look at also a freshman started at running back on Jamal Rule. So we can't leave that part of it out right there too.
I'm going to leave that out. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I think he plays.
I'm not saying he won't play.
Yeah.
But I am just so hesitant over the last, let's call it 10 years of the spring hype guys.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not to say that the coaching staff is wrong. It's not to say that we can't believe our eyes when we see a guy have a good spring, right? Like Jamal Rule had the highlight of the spring game with the 75-yard touchdown run, and I want to give the young man credit for that. But so many times, Terrell, we've seen guys perform well in the spring that maybe doesn't tell us as much about the player as it does the state of Nebraska and some other positions. And so I hope for Nebraska's sake that Jamal Rule is able to contribute, right? I think running back's a position where it should be pretty simple and straightforward for a freshman to get on the field and find a way to carve out a role. We just haven't seen that from Nebraska, getting a freshman running back on the field, and we just haven't seen enough delivery on the promise of spring into the fall for far too many guys for far too long for Nebraska.
Yeah, but here's the situation. I think we're probably not seeing the thing that this guy is probably a great runner. Everybody's talking about this Jamal Rule kid. He don't have to start the season off, but I think later in the season, if we have problems running the ball, not necessarily the offensive line, but with running backs with vision, not making the right cuts, not making the right moves, ones that can't block in blitz situations. So there's a lot of situations that this freshman can elevate his game and take it to the next level.
I hope that's in the cards. I think that'd be really cool for Nebraska to have that success story, because it's the exact type of success story I think Nebraskans would want. You go out, you rebuild the foundation of the offensive line through the transfer portal. You get an under-the-radar, maybe overlooked recruit at the running back position, toss him into the fire, and away he goes. Will he get first crack? I doubt it. Will he get a shot? I think Nebraska would be dumb not to give everyone, or pretty much everyone at the running back position that shows any sort of promise of a thought and an opportunity as we get into the summer now with workouts, and certainly into the fall when it comes to actual time for the season to come. A pretty pivotal 2026 season for Nebraska and Matt Rule. We will go to break with that. When we get back, we'll keep this conversation rolling. This is Old School, brought to you by Graham Tire Company. Really appreciate the good folks there. They're celebrating 75 years of serving the Midwest. More than just tires, they do all kinds of car and light truck repairs too. From brakes to oil changes, trust Graham Tire for service you can count on. Graham Tire, getting you to the places that matter most. He's Terrell Farley. I'm Austin Norman. More Old School after this.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At DWE Generations, having a plan matters, especially when it comes to protecting what's most important. They work with individuals, families, and business owners to help make smart financial decisions that support life today and set the foundation for generations. David Darlington, Russell Walton, and Cody Eiler bring decades of experience, and their dedicated team provides follow-through, answering questions, explaining next steps, and staying connected as life evolves. DWE Generations, a generational wealth planning firm. DWE Generations is a marketing name for individuals doing business as representatives of Northwestern Mutual. Visit generations.nm.com or call 402-483-7871 and ask for David, Russell, or Cody.
Looking for the ultimate game day spot? Arbor Axe House has everything you need. Axe throwing, cold beers, and the big game. Whether you're celebrating a win or talking trash with friends, nothing beats the rush of sticking an axe while cheering on your favorite team. Perfect for bullseye beginners and seasoned pros. Our axe throwing experts keep the fun going and the drinks flowing. Step up to the plate at Arbor Axe House. Book a lane at arboraxe.com or call 402-802-9696. Arbor Axe House on the corner of N Street and Antelope Valley.
What if your bank had people who care about the places we call home?
That's what Union Bank does. We encourage this culture of giving back.
I really enjoy working with People City Mission,
The United Way campaign.
Habitat for Humanity, Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Everyone's in to help make that community stronger. To be part of all of this that's going on is pretty remarkable.
At UBT, your money has people with a passion for serving. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
We're going to see plenty of sunshine here for our Friday. It's going to be a warm one. We're shaking up to about 86 for high temperature and a little breezy with wind gusts up around 20 miles an hour. Tonight will be mostly clear, down to 65 for a low, and then a pretty good chance for some showers and thunderstorms, especially tomorrow afternoon. High temperature of 81, 76 on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Aaron Dowden for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for their 14th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an exclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, they're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, since 1776, the men and women of our military have dedicated themselves to serving our country. Today, we salute that legacy, the courage of the past, the dedication of the present, and the strength of the future. As a grateful nation, we honor their sacrifice, support those who serve today, and commit to caring for our veterans. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back to Old School. Austin Norman, DP, with you here again from Blur Events. Get your tickets for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and let's see, that'd be Saturday coming up on June 20th, week from tomorrow, blurevents.com/Omaha. DP, we've seen, I think, all four fan bases represented so far, passing by West Virginia and Troy, with that game just getting over not long ago. The Mountaineers on the board, and then Ole Miss and North Carolina coming up later tonight. Of course, we will have that game on the air, 6 o'clock, 93.7 The Ticket. Lincoln's home for the College World Series. Do you have a sense for who Omaha is polling for, who Lincoln is polling for in this tournament?
I would say that Omaha will be Miss.
Okay. Omaha, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, Omaha is the way the shirts are printed. Of course, everything's Omaha. So Omaha was what they did. Oma Heels.
No, thank you.
Oma Tide.
Oma Dogs.
Oma Dogs was
Oma
easy.
Horns.
Oma Horns
Oklahoma,
down.
Omaha, I think is what it was.
Oma Horns down.
Right.
If we were being proper.
Right.
But, yeah, I think this next twist will be majority Ole Miss. And it looked, when I did my walkthrough in between, in the early afternoon, it was Ole Miss. That was the bulk of what came in. Carolina easily identifiable in that wrong blue.
Well, you smell them coming a mile away. Oh, sorry, did I say that?
Yeah, there was a bit of hot dog water in play, but yeah, I think that interesting enough. But I'm not sure who Nebraska local are going to root for. They're here.
Can we try to make the case for all 8? The case for West Virginia, as I see it, is they're in the boat that Nebraska basketball was. Trying to get on the board. They just won their first game. Why not us? Can't we go all the way?
I would think. Ask me that again.
The case for West Virginia is the Nebraska basketball case. Hey, we've been in your shoes. We're first-timers just like you. We're pulling for you because you just got your first win under your belt. Let's see how long you can make this run last.
I don't know that's the space you want to connect to.
Okay. Troy, hey, sorry we beat you in basketball, so you can have this College World Series thing.
I'm a Virginian, and we tend not to celebrate that either.
Okay.
But, yeah, the underdog, Nebraska fans, and then everybody else will tend to root for the underdog. And lesser of two evils would be West Virginia.
I'm going to plug my nose as I say this for North Carolina. Is the case for them they're the best program to have not won it? Certainly here. Florida State certainly will come to mind as well, having not crossed that finish line.
They're the best team most likely to beat all the SEC teams.
Yeah.
I think that would be the Big Ten crowd argument, is that we're not rooting for SEC. You guys have too much. You think too much of yourselves. At least we will deal with. They don't know that the Tar Heels think just as much of themselves as any SEC team.
Despite us trying to tell them that they do.
Right. Like they're arrogant. I'm sorry. But I think lesser of evils would be the Tar Heels.
I think that there is also a section of Husker fans that I don't identify with that would say, Ole Miss beat us, so let's go ahead and see them run their way through it. The other argument could be, as far as SEC schools go, we don't know that much about you. We don't hear that much from you. You're less objectionable than some of the other ones. You're coming out of that bracket, and you can beat Carolina. So I'm not necessarily anti-Ole Miss, even though they carry that SEC flavor with them.
But it's Oklahoma.
But it's Oklahoma.
Right. I mean, what's the right way to say it? I think if of the SEC folks, it would probably be Georgia.
Yeah.
It would
I think that's
probably
fair.
be Georgia,
think
and
that's
that
fair.
we have less personal venom with the Dogs.
Yeah.
And they wear red. So, okay. It's not a terrible red.
No,
right?
not horrible.
Right. So I would think in that space that you could go with the Dogs, and that would be the lesser of the evils.
Because you really only get Nebraska matching up with Georgia, once or twice, I think, in the 2000s in a couple bowl games, and that's really the extent of it in at least my lifetime.
A bad basketball matchup a few years ago.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
that
right.
was bad, but that's not their fault. That was our fault. That was Nebraska's fault. That was Nebraska's fault, right?
How often has that been the case? It's Nebraska's fault.
Right.
Something was bad.
All fair and true. And I don't know. I can just be a present baseball fan and watch what I think will be really good baseball. Game one was just that. I mean,
it was incredible.
You don't want it determined on a bloop over the head of the infielder 2-run single, but that's the way those games play out. This next game, to be able to just enjoy it, because I think they're going to get after it.
Yeah.
And it should be a very good crowd. So
in your head, who's the favorite coming into Omaha?
Georgia.
Think it's Georgia. Okay.
Georgia, North Carolina, Texas is how I would stretch it out. And any order of those.
Okay.
Any order of those. If you said, Georgia was 3, North Carolina was 5, Georgia was 6. Texas was 6. So I think any in that order would be Georgia, Carolina, Texas.
Your national seeds that made it to Omaha, if this loads. So West Virginia got the number 16 national seed, the final host. They miss UCLA, obviously, with the Bruins going down in regionals. Carolina got the 5 national seed. They missed out on the 4, which would have been Auburn,
right,
which could have been Nebraska's matchup there. And, of course, that would have happened here in the final 8, with the 4 versus 5. They get USC instead coming out of that region. Then you get Alabama as the number 7 national seed. And then the 3 versus 6 in Georgia and Texas. I'm going to make the case right now for Alabama, maybe a little bit under the radar. I don't know if Oklahoma has enough to pull through. I wonder about Texas and Georgia beating up on each other. I think with the familiarity, obviously, that helps both sides and maybe makes the games a little closer, a little bit more contested. This is an Alabama team, though, that's gone pretty much wire to wire in the top 10, that's been pretty solid for a few years now. Have a guy that's absolutely going to go top 10, if not higher, and Justin LeBron over there at shortstop. He, to me, is the type of guy that can take over a College World Series, a big name coming in to seam heads, baseball fans, maybe not to the country as a whole. And I think this could be a big coming out party for him with plenty to prove for the Major League Baseball draft coming up and teams that are looking at him. I think a good showing from him would go a long way. I think Alabama, as an under-the-radar team that's been really good all year, might be a little bit overlooked.
Yeah, I can't process my brain into form to Roll Tide in this environment.
Okay. Yeah.
But
you're used to go Tigers, but not Roll Tide.
I have a nephew that's connected to Alabama, and that would be why I've done it in the past.
Okay.
But when it comes to sports, I'm not sure I could do it, other than that he's in heaven smiling over it. I think it should be like a Royal Rumble or over-the-top rope battle where everybody's mission is to make sure it's not Texas.
Sure.
Right? Like
sure.
I can look at everybody in the pool, and as long as it's not Texas winning both softball and baseball in the same year,
right,
means that they would probably jump up and be the favorite for football.
Oh gosh.
Right. It has to, the evil has to be stopped now. And appropriately so. If we allow Texas to leave Omaha with the baseball title, we are asking for 12 months of absolute terror. It has to be stopped. It has to be stopped now and at all costs.
You would hear the words 40 acres repeated ad nauseum.
Oh, man.
Thank you. No one is ready for that.
Let's get this thing done.
Which is worse right now, wreck 'em or hook 'em?
Ooh.
We know that kick 'em is always bad, so that goes without saying.
Same bloodline.
Yes.
Same bloodline. So I can poke with 2 fingers at the same time.
Okay.
Right? Like I
Yeah.
can get the old Three Stooges.
Right.
Doink.
Doink.
Yeah, I can get them both at the same time.
I know Texas volleyball didn't win it. They have a natty somewhat recently as well. And I begrudgingly give Texas credit for making most of its resources and being good at everything. It doesn't mean I have to like it, though, DP.
Yeah, I'm just, again, I need everybody in play to do everything possible to make sure that cannot happen. That needs to be the mission. Like that, just let's start with Georgia, send them to the wrong bracket, and then let's give them, you know what would be best? They lose to Troy.
That's not going to happen. Different brackets, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it'd have to be in the finals.
I want them to lose to the worst team possible.
That would be pretty incredible.
So
they did go through that last year when they lost to UTSA.
I'm a member of the club. Let's make it difficult for the Horns.
I'm here for it, and I think that's a nice ask. DP is right, says Bill and Bennett on our Starter Heyman Jewelers text line with a picture of a Horns Down bumper sticker. Yep. Really, really like that one. I don't think that what you're asking will be difficult for Nebraska fans to accomplish. That's one of the things, DP, about the College World Series is that we get so many fan bases from everywhere, right? And a bunch of new blood in this one, really outside of North Carolina, not a bunch of teams from the last couple years, certainly no carryover from last year. But we know this is Nebraska. We know that the College World Series is a big event for the neutral fans, the people in Omaha, the people in Lincoln and the surrounding areas, certainly coming from Iowa and surrounding states as well, just to come watch some fun baseball, just to get their fill of college baseball, the environment that is Blur, that is Baseball Village, that is Charles Schwab Field. And so if you tell me that the mission is gang up on Texas, I think there's a lot of people across the country who are more than happy to oblige that. They can get some general admission tickets or what used to be and then go all in on we don't care who it is as long as it's not them.
I do not even want them to win the Jell-O Shot Challenge.
Let's see if I can find an update.
I need for that to be a thing, a controllable thing. And this is where I would apologize in advance for any excessive donation I would end up making to make sure that Texas did not win it.
All right, our update from 4 hours ago. West Virginia baseball now top 10 all time before even first pitch of their game with 7,900 sold. Right now, Texas.
Well, that was McAfee, wasn't
it? I would assume so. They are 5,000, nearly 6,000 Jell-O shots clear of Ole Miss, who's not even to 2,100 as of
I think that's going to change
4 hours
tonight.
ago. I tend to agree. I absolutely do. How about this, though? Texas, 353, ahead of only Georgia at 257, Oklahoma at 224, and Alabama at 195. Second bracket has yet to show up, it appears.
I think this challenge evolves several ways, like the number one spot in preseason football. Where we start is not where you finish.
I think that's fair. I think that's typically the evolution of how this goes. And yes, it does appear from the tweet that it was the McAfee show that came through and delivered a fair share of those Jell-O shots and probably climbing as West Virginia wins game 1 7-5. We'll talk about that game just a little bit here, DP. Really fun game, a little bit of everything. Some clutch pitching there at the end. You saw guys come out of the bullpen and do their job. See West Virginia strike early. They get up. They get down. Troy takes the lead. West Virginia gets up. The sign of a good team, a strong team like Troy that challenged itself in the non-conference. Troy comes right back. An inning after giving up the lead, they come back and tie the game up. Back and forth they go until West Virginia goes ahead with some clutch hitting in the ninth to end up winning at 7-5. That is a heck of a way to start off this College World Series. You see two teams in their first game ever play a barn burner. You see some good baseball. You see the nerves come to fruition as well. If that's the tone setter for the whole tournament, we ought to be in for a good one.
Yeah, it's also the fact that the neutrals were cheering the end result.
Yes.
They were connected to the game. It wasn't just, hey, we're going to sit on our hands and sit on our phones. No, they were connected to the ball game. They picked a side, and then they did the dang thing. So, yeah, even here at Blur, to hear the crowd kind of react to it. So, yeah, pretty good day one opener. I think game two could be as good.
As long as Ole Miss wins, it can be just as good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I am who I am. I would love I would love to peel back the alien skin to reveal a better version of me. But no, I'm sorry, I don't. And here's the other part. Never in my history, ever, have I rooted for Ole Miss in anything. Never happened. Never. Not even in Blindside.
Not even for Sandra Bullock. Not even for her.
Not even for family, man.
That tells you something, folks.
Not even for family.
Wow.
So I could very easily swap this around and go, it's anybody but Ole Miss. Like I'm okay with that. I wouldn't even allow myself to be recruited by Ole Miss. So yeah.
Can we root for both Carolina and Ole Miss to go 1-2 in that case?
Yes, we want them to go 1-2. The 2 is the most important.
Absolutely.
I don't care when they get it.
Troy in West Virginia, we are more behind you. Not saying we are fully there, but
I am who I am. I really wish that I could put down some of the venom and spice that's in play. But the reality is, I'm a baseball fan, so I can watch two villains slug it out and find some enjoyment.
When it's good baseball, it's good baseball.
It's yes. Like I grew up in the NFC East. I certainly enjoy the Eagles beating up on the Cowboys, and then the Cowboys also getting beat up by the Giants.
You enjoy the Eagles beating up on the Giants and the Giants beating up on the Eagles.
Right. Like
as long as everyone remembers
that Texas, Dallas must lose to everybody. Speaking of Pete Ferguson in the building.
Look at Pete. Shout out Pete Ferguson.
So now he must have known.
He heard your words, pulled Pete Ferguson up to Blur Event.
You say his name 3 times and he shows up. That's just
oh, man. I will say it is fascinating to me that our Texan is on the board right now, and he's done a good job of holding his tongue. Rudy, we're not just doing this to antagonize you.
Oh, he didn't hold his tongue. He shouted.
He texted.
Yeah.
But he's on the board. He could have, cut in and said something at least in our ear.
Oh, he knows better. He knows better.
He does, but he also knows better than to be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
And I want to give him credit for that, right? He didn't go with the Texans. Somehow, our dude from San Antonio ends up a Packers fan.
No, just Packers is it. If he had said Cowboys, I would not have hired him. I mean, that's a fair statement. I would not have hired him, and he knows I would not hire him.
You stand on business, CP, and I'll always give you credit for that.
Sir, no other way. 10 toes down.
Kirk from Georgia says, go Dogs. So, okay, that certainly flows. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back wrapping up hour 2. Full hour 3 of Old School ahead here from Blur Events. Get your tickets for next week at blurevents.com/Omaha. He's CP. I'm Austin. We'll be back to wrap up the hour after this.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Planet Fitness has everything you need from warm up to wind down, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to bring a friend anytime, access any of our 2,800 plus clubs, or reset and recover in the Black Card Spa, we're ready to fuel your momentum and then some. Enjoy all the perks with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Join the club today for $1 down, $24.99 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends June 12th.
See club for details.
Hi, Charlie Stone again, and Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln will be joining me shortly to talk about a milestone accomplishment at Honda of Lincoln. But before I talk to Andy, I'd like to add a comment of my own. I know you have a lot of choices when buying a new or pre-owned vehicle. It was just announced that Honda of Lincoln is once again the winner for the Lincoln's Choice Award for new car dealers. It's not easy to win that award because it's all based on the highest level of customer satisfaction. I think Honda of Lincoln really is your best choice. Now let's talk to Andy.
Thanks, Charlie, and thanks for your kind words.
Andy, tell us what it takes to win an award like this.
Will do, Charlie. It's about being customer focused. Our sales and service team have been with us for a long time, and every day, all they focus on is 100% customer satisfaction. It's really that simple.
Maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
We're going to see plenty of sunshine here for our Friday. It's going to be a warm one. We're shaking up to about 86 for a high temperature and a little breezy with wind gusts up around 20 miles an hour. Tonight will be mostly clear down to 65 for a low, and then a pretty good chance for some showers and thunderstorms, especially tomorrow afternoon. High temperature of 81, 76 on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Aaron Dowden for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for their 14th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an exclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, they're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new Delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Back to old school with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket.
Yes, indeed. Back to old school. We are here. Big thanks to Schwezo Construction for helping sponsor the show. At Schwezo, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Schwezo is hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back both on and off the job site. Apply today at schwezo.com, schwisow.com. 40-plus years strong in business, Schwezo Construction. DP, also want to give a shout-out to our friends over at The Upside. They are showing the Freedom 250 fights. They got that locked in with their UFC package. No cover. Get there early. It's Sound Sunday as opposed to Saturday. A little bit of a departure from the norm there for UFC. Summer drink menu is out. The staff is obviously plenty friendly and plenty helpful. So make sure you go visit The Upside down there at 27th and Pine Lake for the Freedom 250. I've dabbled in UFC. I don't know a whole bunch about it, but I scroll through the card there, DP, and there are names that I actually know.
Well done. Well done. That's a good thing. Well, Poirier is considered best pound for pound.
Okay.
1 or 2, 1A, 1B.
Okay.
But the star of the entire thing is Alex Pereira. He is, as Joe Rogan has so proudly professed, that if he wins this Saturday, he becomes the GOAT.
Wow.
He becomes the GOAT. And I'm not sure you can argue with it other than the fact that the only way to get it and to keep it is for him to fight John Jones at heavyweight one time to decide it all, which would be the biggest fight in UFC history. This is the biggest fight ever until July 10th in Vegas when the return of Conor McGregor happens in Vegas. So be sure this will be great. Sugar Sean O'Malley is on this card. Bo Nickel is on this card, of course, the Penn State factor.
Yep.
So there's enough meat on the bone and appetizer for this to be everything they wanted to be. Of course, it's supposed to be a great landscape with the White House in the backdrop. As long as the mosquitoes of the swamp don't take over, they should.
Has that ever happened in Washington, D.C. in July, DP? Has that ever happened?
Oh, ask the New York Mets. Ask the Philadelphia Phillies. You learn which sunscreens to not put on that draw them in full, and it's pretty crazy. And then also, fingers crossed that the rainstorm that they are projecting doesn't happen. It is a 45% chance that it happens. They say the
fights or the rain.
The rain.
Okay.
The rain, and if that percentage goes up, then the percentage for the fights. You cannot put them at risk. I'm not sure what they say. There's a plan. So here's to whatever plan that is.
Tell me about the Cyril Gane that's going against Pereira.
Well, Cyril Gane was champion. So you're talking about two champions fighting at it, and he's been there. To try to relate him to somebody in boxing that makes sense, but he was the heavyweight interim champion, and he's a small heavyweight.
Okay.
He's a small heavyweight, so he often runs into trouble when he faces
big heavyweights.
The bigger heavies tend to be a problem for him. He may be the best technician not named John Jones. So a technical savvy champ. I'm just not sure. Pereira's one of one, and
if he's in the GOAT conversation, I would hope so.
And if Gane was fighting any other heavyweight, I'd give him a chance at winning, a better chance at winning. I just don't think he beats Pereira.
Every GOAT, every greatest of all time, is their own in some way, but they certainly have echoes and shades of someone else in the sport's history. Does Pereira remind you of anyone? Does he take bits? Who does he take bits and pieces from in the fighting game?
Well, I mean, he's so unique. He started 2 weight classes down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, and he was always, and he, let me tell you, he's a big heavyweight. So the fact that he fought at 185.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Before moving up. Wow.
This man walks around at 265 pounds. Whew. And as Anthony Smith declared, yeah, you just figured out the signs to dropping the weight as best as can. He will fight in this weight class. He would probably come in at 225, maybe. But he fought light heavy, and he fought at 185. Great kickboxer. That was part of what made him unique. And quite frankly, he wasn't supposed to be here. He was fast tracked through because the then GOAT, Israel Adesanya, he had a win over him in kickboxing. And so they fast tracked him through UFC, and he kept piling wins. And as a matter of fact, in the first fight against Adesanya is winning the fight through 4 rounds. And in the 5th round, just out of nowhere, lights out. And then they do it again. Adesanya wins, and they go back. Pereira beats him, and then Pereira cleans out the division and has to move up, and then he cleans out that division, and now he's at heavyweight. And everybody's waiting. It's either Aspinall and Pereira or Pereira and Jones. If they don't screw that up. And if they really wanted to get interesting, they would have the four-man open with Francis Ngannou, Herrera, John Jones, Tom Aspinall.
Who wins a round robin between those four?
Ngannou.
Really?
Ngannou.
Okay.
The only person that gave Ngannou real trouble retired, Stipe Miocic. And Stipe has zero desire to get back in that gauntlet again. So
what? Tired of getting punched in the face and kicked all the time? What's up with
amazing.
that? Come on, man.
Yeah, it's just he's sitting in the firehouse eating chicken wings. Much less pain. I think Ngannou has accepted his place as the greatest GOAT who won't be named GOAT.
Ooh, okay.
Because he left the UFC, and that's a big portion of it. If he stays in the UFC, he has a chance to do that. He didn't stay, so there's some punishment.
Is there a baseball or basketball or football equivalent to that? Is he like Barry Sanders retiring early?
No, you have to go back to the ABA with Dr. J.
Dr. J, okay.
Like, you have to go back to that. You have to go back to the Negro Leagues and saying that Josh Gibson is the best baseball player to ever live.
Gotcha.
You have the argument over who they fought and who they played. Cyborg. If she stays in the UFC, part of the discussion, can't do it. It's Amanda Nunes until they fight again. Or it's Amanda Nunes. Sports doesn't do that for you. You got to beat people in the fight game.
No, makes sense. Especially when it's one-on-one, right?
Yep.
That and tennis, I think, come to mind. A bunch of individual sports, wrestling, obviously, at all sorts of levels. So I think that's a good place to leave it. We will be back in hour 2, DP. I do want to get the flip side of our conversations from yesterday. We talked a lot about who do Husker fans think are villains? Who do Husker opponents view as villains? Who from Nebraska are heroes to Huskers, but villains to Husker opposition? I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Let's get into that at 5 o'clock here live from Blur. Another hour to go here, wrapping up your Friday on the Ticket.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, take the worm, put it on the hook. Now bring your pole back and throw it forward. And just let the fish come to you.
I got a bite! It's a big one, Dad! Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, since 1776, the men and women of our military have dedicated themselves to serving our country. Today, we salute that legacy, the courage of the past, the dedication of the present, and the strength of the future. As a grateful nation, we honor their sacrifice, support those who serve today, and commit to caring for our veterans. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offer great pay, health, dental, and vision, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Building a new home can be a challenge. A lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, the 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $198 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008623, $198 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 14,000 to signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, license fees, extra residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of downtown Lincoln. This is Old School with Foreman and Orman. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Here's Troy Detmer dropping straight back in the pocket. Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score. Foreman got it, and it's touchdown Huskers.
Black shirts answer the call one more time.
And Austin Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman is sponsored by Graham Tire Company of Lincoln. Your tire store next door with 4 Lincoln locations. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. Away we go into hour 3 of Old School here at 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Austin Norman, DP with you here, wrapping up the proceedings on a Friday, but we're not done at Blur for the rest of the College World Series. You don't have to be either. Get your tickets online at blurevents.com/Omaha. We are up here at least Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. 402-464-5685 if you want to be a part of the show. Join the conversation. We'll tell you the question at hand. We'll give you a sponsor read, then DP and I will get into the conversation. The question at hand, who, Husker fans, do you know of are your favorite athletes that are perceived as villains by other fan bases? DP and I talked a lot about the people that victimize Nebraska that Husker fans view as villains from other teams. Who are some of the Husker heroes, the cult heroes for Nebraska that other fan bases don't like? Let us know your thoughts. 402-464-5685. A big thank you to Graham Tire Company. They're celebrating 75 years of serving the Midwest. More than just tires, they do all kinds of car and light truck repairs too. From brakes to oil changes, trust Graham Tire for service you can count on. Graham Tire, getting you to the places that matter most. All right, DP, I will throw this to you first, but my initial impression is it's going to be hard to find some Nebraska villains because I think Nebraska nice really does pull through, whether Nebraska intends it to or not.
Yeah, as you think about it, first of all, the villain has to matter.
Yes.
And so we're literally jumping back 30 years to get to the point where Nebraska is everything diversion. If the one bridge from current situation and the apex greatness is in Ndamukong Suh, who did a thing and did it so violently well that Texas fans really don't want to have that conversation. Currently, I'm going to stun you with this one because originally, the first person that came to mind was Jordy Fromm, because she left Oklahoma and came back to Nebraska and did what she did here. And if you're the rest of the Big Ten, you got sick of Jordy Fromm.
Yeah.
Right? So in place, that's a real thing.
But Jordy's just so hard to hate because the person she is. The sports hate versus the personal hate.
Again, for whatever reasons, they will find a reason. I thought about this just in gyms that I've been in. Alexis Markowski had just style of play and other, right? That there was some substantial amount of hiss when she was making plays. They felt like she got away with too much. But the person that really was the loudest is no longer a Husker. Bear K.
Okay.
Bear K.
Yeah.
Where he just agitated everybody. He agitated. There was not a building that the Huskers played in that Bear K wasn't the villain. He was like, there just wasn't one. And they wouldn't boo Sam. They wouldn't boo Rink. They would boo Bear K.
Bigger irritant to opposing fan bases, Bear K Buchton Jail or Keisei Tominaga?
They loved Keisei.
I think they hated how much they loved him.
They loved Keisei. I mean, listen, he turned everybody into Husker fans. So I don't think he falls in that conversation. I think he was just so freaking likable.
Even with the antics.
But they didn't mind that because it was kind of like Macaulay Culkin. You know it's going to be irritating, but you still buy the ticket.
You know what you sign up for.
Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is.
I will say this. I am with you in Sam Hoiberg is not a villain, but I think there's an argument from some fan bases that Nebraska would make for like a Brad Davison or like a Jordan Bohannon, homegrown. Why is this guy that good? Why is he the one that's killing me? Now, the difference is Sam did things on the up and up, right? Didn't have the incidents, shall we call them, that turned Brad Davison into Jordan Bohannon, which is where I think your Bear K one is a fantastic call. Let me throw this one out there. A villain in the making, the understudy, is the other Lincoln kid. Frager is absolutely a Nebraska villain in the making should he stick around.
The fact that you just said that, the first person that came to mind just now in the conversation was A.J. Ferrari.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure there was an athlete that in any Nebraska sport that got the reaction in opposing gyms that A.J. Ferrari got.
Some of that's natural. But villainy is villainy no matter how you come by it, right?
I'm not sure. Trying to think, and it's the statement of affairs. You've got to go back and maybe say Adrian Martinez for football.
Really?
Like, you got to reach.
I don't know if I can get to Adrian.
You were a 4-win, 5-win team. you can't have villains.
There is that.
Like you can't. Like you're not on anybody's dartboard.
Well, and I think people started feeling sorry for Adrian more than anything. Maybe he was a villain after the freshman year. He gets all the hype for the Heisman coming in. It derails, but then it's just, oh, poor guy.
They really, good-looking kid, a lot of hype behind it. But think about that. There's a leap. There's a leap, and I'm not sure there's anybody else that you can put in that category. Ridge Lovett, winning a national title. And it's funny too.
And Ridge will embrace it. That's what I love about him.
Well, he
is about that.
It's the pose, and the pose has nothing to do like the pose. No, it's the heels up pose. When he does with the heel up.
Yeah.
Oh, wrestlers, and then he added to it by wearing pink wrestling shoes. Like, and they just went, "Are you serious?"
And
right
you're from where?
Yeah, are you serious? You're from Idaho? Is that what we're doing?
And not like Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, you're from
Post Falls.
It really. I mean, I think that's the thing that you have to remember. You have to accomplish to become the villain, and they accomplished.
I'll throw out another example of not accomplishing where I think there might be some villainy. The other one that came to mind right away for me, and I think this would have been either right before or right as you were getting to Lincoln, and this might be just to one specific fan base, but Angelo Altavilla from Nebraska baseball. I don't know if you know or remember that name.
I remember the name.
Okay.
I don't remember the reasons why.
Gilo, as they called him, is famous. He is a Nebraska baseball icon for what he did specifically to Michigan. There was a specific home series that Nebraska, I believe, took 2 out of 3 from Michigan, and then beat them up here in Omaha, that field just down the block from us, in the Big Ten tournament. And Gilo was yapping. He's playing shortstop, so he's talking to everyone at second base all game. He's sliding hard. He's running everything out. Maybe a little over the top sometimes, but it made him who he is. Did that Nebraska team accomplish anything? No. But if Angelo Altavilla was doing that to Michigan, I'm sure he's about that smoke anyways, and maybe other fan bases that don't talk much about baseball, when they hear that name, probably still shudder anyways.
Yeah, and there's so much of it that's based on there has to be some success, some winning, right? There has to be winning. Like it was always like I wasn't gonna bark, and I wasn't gonna bark at folks who weren't playing well and couldn't beat me.
Yeah,
right. But if you're barking, now we're competing, and now I have additional sauce. Disc golf. Jake says this. Daniel Cormier on the national broadcast couldn't handle the Ridge pose, and I was dying as a response. Like, social media went berserk.
Yeah.
And it's perfectly Ridge when you find out that, he's giggling the whole time, and it makes all the sense in the world.
Oh, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yep.
He knows how you're going to take it, and he lives for it. It's the thing I really love about the young man, among many things, right, getting to know him. I don't know if this fully falls into villain category. Maybe it's, I don't even think mockery is the right word necessarily, but I think maybe the Rolfson twins at Nebraska, who ended up, being top-rated recruits in the mid-2010s or early 2010s, came to Nebraska and were fine, were good, but didn't win as much as you maybe would have thought. And for a Nebraska program that was really, in a span where they were still good, but not necessarily title-winning good from 05 all the way to 15. I'm not saying Husker fans villainize them, but I think fans would point to them, oh, these are the chosen ones, these are the homegrown ones, they couldn't deliver, and they're the symbols of you're not as good as you think you are until Nebraska turns around and wins 2 and 3.
But were they good?
They were good enough to cross the line to villainy, but I think not reaching that fully elite level like they might have been expected to out of high school makes them maybe more pariah than villain.
Yeah, I never hated the Giants until Lawrence Taylor. And Taylor made them a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
So now I have to consider. I didn't care about the Eagles because, quite frankly, they couldn't get over the hump and win a title until then you do. There was a time when people didn't care about the Chiefs.
Right?
Mahomes is the villain for a variety of reasons. And all of it appropriately so. So I think some of it has to do with, 1, you're talented, 2, you win, 3, I can't do anything to stop you. Right? And then in that particular case. And it's also that there are people who play for your rivals who you boo when they're with the rival, but you would love to have them play for you.
Sure.
That's also part of the discussion.
Yeah, Corey and Lincoln points out the Rolfsons did win a national title. They did. It took them a while to get there. And so it was at the very end, were they the reason Nebraska won a national title? Not necessarily. That was the Michaela Fecky party the first time around with the Jazz Sweet pop in, I think, was that year as well.
What Husker coach is the biggest villain elsewhere?
Ooh. You chew on that. I'll get to some text.
Yeah.
I'd love to see where your head goes. Big Bird throws out a fantastic one for baseball. Mojo Hagee in the Arkansas Regional.
Mojo back in the regional, yes.
Mojo is also on my personal villains list. He put the final nail in the coffin of my spring high school baseball career by going completely against the scouting report. So I will always hold that against him. But yes, his name is it's a 4-letter word down in Arkansas, even though Arkansas ended up winning that one. 0145 says Taylor Martinez was a villain to the Kansas State Wildcats, which is funny. Kirk from Georgia says, I have K-State family. They were terrorized by the Peter brothers and the Macavickas. I do think
the Peter brothers
are an incredible call.
Yeah, that's a great call. That is a fantastic call.
Hammond Bean says, I'd put AJ Ferrari up there for a villain with Richie Incognito.
Yeah, Richie earned
every last bit of that.
Yeah, he earned it.
In the way that Sue didn't quite do in college and started to get there more in the NFL than at Nebraska specifically.
Yeah, I think there was some purpose to Richie's villainous behavior.
That's fair. All right, Nebraska coaches that are villains elsewhere. DP, what you got?
This is what I would imagine that, quite frankly, now Fred Hoiberg, because he won and wasn't supposed to.
So is Fred Hoiberg like Lex Luthor with hair to the rest of the Big Ten right now?
Yeah, because you can't have everything. They thought Fred. The beauty about Fred to them was that Fred couldn't beat him, and now he starts beating you.
But he's a nice guy. We know he's smart. It's not really his fault.
You know, we were worried about his heart. We want to take care of him. We would hug him if he was our own. But the fact that he's not. The only thing about Matt Rule is when he turned his hat backwards. You know, Utah found great humor in that.
Oh yeah,
and that's a thing because I don't think that Scott Frost tried,
but he wasn't a villain. He was a punching bag.
Well, no, but he wanted to be the villain. He said you're going to have to get used to us,
right?
Are we
about that?
Are we going to do that? And you can't be the villain if you get beat up once you issue the challenge,
right?
So. Mark Manning in other buildings. Mark Manning in other wrestling buildings. Like, I didn't know how venomous it was. Like Penn State. Throw the brick again. Oh, look at this. Get this guy off the mat. And it was all like, I didn't know there was that much venom and rivalry to it.
Manning's one of those guys that you love when he's on your team, but you hate when he's not on yours.
Yep, like he's in there, and right. He's out there. He's working the official. He's never met a takedown for Nebraska that he liked.
I love that coaching staff too, because Manning's is like the manic energy all the time. All these big plans. You get Doc Snyder, the technician, maybe the brains of the operation. Tervel, the bodybuilder, the champ that's been there, done that. James Greenman in that building. His fair share of times as well. That is a complete coaching staff.
You are not messing with that staff.
Not for a second.
You are not messing with it. They can't wait for the smoke.
No, they welcome it. Let's keep going through some texts here. Husker Army says a lesser-known villain, Chase Rome. Do you know that name,
No.
DP? Chase Rome was a pretty highly rated recruit that came to Nebraska, never really did much, had long flowing red hair, whole sleeve of tats.
I think I heard the guys talking about it. A venom amongst homies.
I would say Eric Martin from Nebraska football back in the day, heat-seeking missile type of archetype. He was an outside linebacker, edge type of guy that also played on special teams, and probably his biggest moment at Nebraska is knocking the socks off some dude from Oklahoma State in a game I believe that was in Stillwater.
Kenny Bell.
Okay.
Yeah, Kenny Bell got a lot of hype off taking somebody's head off, and they didn't like it.
Ooh, but is Kenny Bell in the K-State category? Because Kenny's a good dude.
He's a great dude. He's a great dude. But
No,
they're mad.
Let's see here. We have Disc Golf Jake saying Kenny Bell still haunts Wisconsin. Yes, he does. Claytonia John and Hammond Beans. Bo Pelini.
Yes. Well, I mean, he's a villain everywhere, isn't he?
Not at Wisconsin, not at Ohio State. He couldn't beat him. But he beat Penn State. He beat Michigan. He beat Michigan State. He beat Iowa.
He was a villain to the fans.
Yeah. Bo Pelini was more of a villain to Nebraska fans than opposing fans.
Right. Like that would, I don't know what side they would put him on, but yeah. I don't know that Nebraska, when we say Nebraska nice, I know that most of,
Mike Stuntz? There's an Oklahoma reference for you. Mike Stuntz is a villain.
Has there ever been a Nebraska sports brawl?
Ooh.
Nothing comes to mind.
The closest we got was Bear K versus McLaughlin. They're in the round of 32. Bear K sets the screen or gets run over or whatever, and then
that's really it.
That's the first thing that comes to mind for me.
There are no on-field brawls.
If
there were probably some at practice amongst teammates.
Oh, I've heard about those. Let me tell you.
But I'm not sure that we have any. I'm not sure we have any that I can think of in game against an opponent. And that may be why the rivalry is so chill.
Yeah,
is that you never had the crossover.
Right. Here's one from Big Bird, Harper Murray.
I don't know that opposing teams hate her. She's just good and pretty. Like I can't. I would try to think. Maybe more so Rebecca Alec than Harper Murray, because she's the only one that talk smack. Like she's the finger point, finger wag, roof.
Yeah, Harper had the quote after the Texas loss, though.
Yeah, but I don't think that really resonates. I think everybody kind of accepted that as true. Like you're not mad at somebody for telling the truth.
I don't know. That's interesting.
Being in volleyball rooms, I've never heard anybody talk poorly. I've heard Husker fans talk more about Harper Murray than opponents.
Is John Cook a villain? Is he the Nick Saban villain of college volleyball?
No, I don't think we got close enough.
Really?
I don't think you got close enough. I mean, opposing players didn't hate him. Opposing coaches didn't hate him.
Okay.
And fan bases understood him. Right? He was about winning. Like they were like, okay, well, if I'm going to approach him, I know what I'm getting when I get there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't think so.
Interesting. Let's see here. A few more responses. Gus Mohawk says Kellen Houston, former Nebraska holder, punched a fan during an on-field altercation.
Okay, sir.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Sir.
Husker Army. Oh, that's Missouri. Oh, okay, it's Missouri. If it makes sense, all was forgiven.
Okay.
Let's see. Hammond Beans points out some incognito issues. Nebraska ball fan Nate Gary.
Why? Scrappy.
Well, he did the hand the ball back to Josh Allen thing against Wyoming after an interception. I believe Nate Gary.
Yeah, it's Wyoming. It's Wyoming.
Yeah. I will also say Nate Gary did want to go by White Mamba at one point, I believe. So,
wow, didn't know.
At least I believe that.
Didn't know.
Fact check me there,
I'm
Husker
going to take your word for it. That is a thing that I did not know.
And then Big Bird says Kelly Sheffield, but he's a villain at Wisconsin, not for Nebraska. So we'll
yeah.
We'll
I just don't know. I just find it interesting that this would be one of the few programs where there's no fight on the field, like just a brawl.
Well, it had to have happened.
But apparently it hasn't. We can't name it.
I don't know.
We can't name it.
No. So
and it must, or then it happened in a time before print.
Right. Oh, okay. So Kellen Houston now, by the way, board certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist.
Yeah. Well, way to turn your life around.
Made something of himself. We will turn this around to break. We'll be back here in just a few minutes to the Blur Events tailgate up here at 10th and Cass in Omaha. He's DP. I'm Austin. We got Rudy on the board. Half an hour to go on Old School.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Building a new home can be a challenge, a lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Lincoln is full of great golf courses in a state that is getting national recognition for exceptional golf. Friend Country Club is worth the drive, just 40 minutes from Lincoln and home to one of the state's most respected 9-hole courses. Enjoy their restaurant with popular items like a 14-ounce ribeye, 10-ounce sirloin, or chicken fried steak. Open Thursday through Saturday from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Expand your horizons with a trip to Friend Country Club, just 40 minutes southwest of Lincoln. It's worth a visit.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
We're going to see plenty of sunshine here for our Friday. It's going to be a warm one. We should get up to about 86 for high temperature and a little breezy with wind gusts up around 20 miles an hour. Tonight will be mostly clear down to 65 for a low, and then a pretty good chance for some showers and thunderstorms, especially tomorrow afternoon. High temperature of 81, 76 on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Aaron Downiford, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $198 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008623, $198 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 14,000 with signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
Hi, Charlie Stone again, and Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln will be joining me shortly to talk about a milestone accomplishment at Honda of Lincoln. But before I talk to Andy, I'd like to add a comment of my own. I know you have a lot of choices when buying a new or pre-owned vehicle. It was just announced that Honda of Lincoln is once again the winner for the Lincoln's Choice Award for new car dealers. It's not easy to win that award because it's all based on the highest level of customer satisfaction. I think Honda of Lincoln really is your best choice. Now let's talk to Andy.
Thanks, Charlie, and thanks for your kind words.
Andy, tell us what it takes to win an award like this.
Will do, Charlie. It's about being customer-focused. Our sales and service team have been with us for a long time, and every day, all they focus on is a 100% customer satisfaction. It's really that simple.
Maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Is your technology built for where you are or for where you're going? Can your current technology support future growth? To break through that invisible ceiling, you need executive-level strategic technology advising. Moser can help your business grow appropriately and efficiently. giving you the ability to turn your tech stack from a cost center into a growth engine. Visit moserit.com/theticket. That's moserit.com/THETICKET to learn more.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for their 14th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an exclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, they're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Back to old school with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. Welcome in to Old School. Austin Orman and DP with you, brought to you by the good folks over at Graham Tire Company. Really appreciate them. DP, we got another text here on the villains from Nebraska. There was not one named in the text here from Corey in Lincoln on our Sutter Heyman Jewelers text line, but he does point out Miami in 2014 Memorial Stadium here in Lincoln was very close to a brawl a couple of times. Do you have any recollection of that game, despite not being in Lincoln at that point? Okay, that's a game. So it was that year and the next year, Nebraska and Miami, after 20 years after Nebraska beat Miami for the title, decided to do a home-and-home series. And excuse me, Miami comes in. Brad Kaya is the starting quarterback. Randy Gregory is the edge rusher for Nebraska. And I actually didn't get to watch that game live because my parents made me go to homecoming instead of staying home to watch the game. And, you know, down the line, thanks, Mom and Dad, for doing that. I watched the game on DVR and whatever. But kind of bummed at the time. I know plenty of my friends who skipped homecoming to end up going to that game. I was not allowed to do that. And, again, thanks, Mom and Dad, for that ultimately down the line. But I remember watching it back. So Amir Abdullah got cheap shotted a couple times. Randy Gregory was doing his thing between two programs that really didn't know each other like that. You know, all the hype had built up to it after 20 years essentially apart, or I guess after 13 years apart after the way 2001's national championship ended up going down, of course, with Miami and that all-time team beating that Nebraska team led by Eric Crouch. But I remember being struck by the amount of vitriol between those two programs that would cross paths historically in some of college football's more iconic moments, certainly of the 80s and the 90s. But for that game to reach that level, I'm not necessarily shocked by it, but I was still a little bit surprised that you guys don't know each other like that, right? You're making up some drama and some history from the past that you weren't a part of, but I guess I love that you're doing it.
Yeah, there's been a couple of meet me at the 50-yard line. Hey, you crossed over to my line when we're warming up sort of deals.
Well, Nebraska, Iowa, and the midfield logo, right?
Right. That, you know, that's the thing. Oh, you must respect our logo, yada, yada. But I don't think of any full-on, let's throw hands. Not in basketball. I couldn't.
Well, let me turn this around to you this way. If there is going to be a Nebraska brawl, which program will it happen with and against who?
Oh, it should happen. It should be Iowa.
In
football.
I want to see it in wrestling, is what I want to see.
No, I want it in football. Wrestling,
okay.
You have a chance. Well, both of them are kind of one loss, similar. But I don't want to see wrestlers fight.
Well, just be an extension of the match, would it not? Is that what it devolved into?
No, I want to see football players throw hands.
Helmets on, helmets off.
If you're going to throw hands in football, take the helmet off. Because otherwise you're just smacking helmets.
Right.
Like smacking plastic. Like, why? Like, talk to yourself.
Because you think you're tough?
Yeah, go talk to yourself. Yeah, and I'm not a fan of brawls.
Yeah, no.
But I can't recall any of them. And that's unique, like, to the space, because I can name any other program and I can come up with some brawls. I don't have that for Nebraska.
Hear me out on this one. Fred Hoiberg gets so worked up on the road in Iowa City, he gets ejected. Nate Lenzer, now associate head coach, is funneling all that passion. I don't think Price Sanford's throwing punches necessarily, but I think Braden Frager would stick up for his guy.
Yeah, I don't see Nebraska basketball fighting.
Not with Fred on the sideline.
I don't see them fighting.
Like, really? I know they take on the character of their head coach.
More than that, it's Lenzer. Like,
Okay.
to face Lenzer is not worth whatever hands you throw.
Okay.
Like, that's a Lenzer thing. Like, they're afraid of Lenzer. In the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're afraid of him.
So in that case, then, is it like Nebraska baseball just because brawling is more in the fabric of baseball?
When was the last time somebody got hit by pitch and cleared the benches?
That I don't know. And I think you would have to build to it over a number of years, right? Nebraska would have to develop maybe a back and forth kind of, I don't call it rivalry, but, intense sakes with like an Oregon, who's at their level that you're competing against in a lot of similar spaces in terms of at or near the top of the Big Ten. You've had some notable games between you, not a lot of, vitriol or history there for there to be dramatics like that. But I could see, in the fabric of baseball, someone gets hit, someone retaliates 1 year. Okay, we'll move on. We'll leave it at that. Happens the next game, happens the next year, 2 or 3 years later. The freshmen that were there watching it, happens to them. Okay, enough is enough. It's our turn to send a message. I don't know.
I am anti-baseball brawl at
I'm
a
with
high
you.
level.
Yeah.
And throwing at somebody means you've lost. The rule
You lost
is
the plot,
control
first
your
of
weapons.
all.
Control your weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment you say, I'm not controlling my weapons, you can't be on the field. Second of all, get better. Like,
right.
Like, why are you throwing at people?
Mhm.
Okay, because they hit a home run and they watched it. If I hit a home run, I'm watching it.
Right.
Sorry.
Mhm. But I'm not actually.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what. I was fascinated by the fact that I couldn't think of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, right, wrong, or indifferent. I just couldn't think of it.
Hammond Bean says, I think men's tennis would be a hilarious brawl. Would Peter Cobelt agree?
No, Peter would not allow it.
I tend to agree.
He would not allow it.
That's just not Coach Cobelt's temperament.
Yeah,
He's got edge. He's competitive, but not crossing the line. Like
yeah, I mean, the
Give the man some
Ohio,
credit.
the Ohio boy in him, no, but his mom and dad would yell at him.
Ah.
And I think that's a line for most sports.
Right?
Right, that
Mhm.
your parents would say, okay, Austin, what are we doing? What are we doing? So, no, I maybe it's a girl sport. Maybe it's, but you don't have anybody that would throw hands in basketball. I don't think you ever have.
Is that good, or is that a sign that Nebraska needs more edge? not in terms of, okay, we have to start a brawl.
Yeah,
to
I
have
don't know.
edge,
I don't
but
know.
at least someone that's willing to if push actually comes to shove.
Yeah, I mean, willing to, not wanting to.
Not throwing the first, but not being afraid to throw the second.
Well, that's a Trev Alberts. We're never going to be pioneer. We'll be the settler. Like, we won't be first, but we certainly won't be last.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know that that's the right way to go about it. What would you tell your son? That's what you tell your team.
Right. No, and I think that's part of it, where you don't want to be a doormat, but you also don't want to be the person that's, TPing the arc necessarily
Well,
either,
if it
right?
happened in tennis, do you serve the ball at people?
You just try not to bounce it in, you just aim for them?
Right.
Like, what does that
don't you
look
just
like?
hit him? Don't you just hit him?
Is Coach coming up here next week? And you need to ask him this now.
And then the other thing, it's like, who throws a racket? I mean, really?
For 94-22, would any of the Husker bowling girls start scrapping?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Kayla starts from D.C. I know her dad. Yeah, Kayla would throw hands. Crystal Elliott back in the day would have thrown hands. Amara would have, and Gwen.
Right.
Gwen would have thrown. Listen, Gwen would have danced first. She'd have slapped some knees and threw some salt and then threw hands. Like Gwen, that on the long list of bowlers, the person you don't want to mess with is Gwen Mayer.
I'm here for it.
That is. I watched her video of her playing softball.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, you want none of that smoke.
Not any of it.
None of it.
Absolutely not any of it. If we were on the track or field, what I guess events are you not wanting to throw hands with? Because I know track gets a little chippy sometimes.
Track doesn't fight.
They snipe.
Do they?
Oh, there's some pettiness going on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they don't
yeah.
fight. Like, I can't remember.
But if it was going to happen.
I can't remember a Carl Lewis throwing of hands.
The way that, like, AAU basketball has devolved in a lot of ways, I could see, in a generation or two, track getting to a similar point where sprinters start to jostle and shove. I mean, marathoners, right? The distance people, they'll body a little bit.
I come from a track family. It would go against the very culture.
Which is kind of the point. It would be such a landmark thing if it ever happened.
Yeah, I don't know that would happen. I mean, they bump into each other on a relay or changing lanes or something, which has happened. Which has happened. Zola Bud got tripped. Somebody stepped on her heel. But I don't recall that track athletes tend to want to throw hands.
No, I mean, I certainly don't want to by any means. Trying to pull up a quick check of the standings. Yep, nothing's changed. So Nebraska men still sit in first out there in Eugene, and the Nebraska women end up sitting in third place, but just 1 point back of Iowa State and 4 points back of Washington there at first and second. Let's see here. Hammond Bean said if track were to fight, it would be one of the throwers swinging the hammer, but I think, DP, that goes way against what you're talking about with control your weapons.
Yeah,
that's actual damage there. That and the discus.
Control your weapons. Here's the thing. I don't know many wrestlers who want to throw hands.
Outside of the ring?
Yeah, that want to throw hands. Boxers want to throw hands all the time.
Okay. Does that include UFC as well, or just boxing specifically?
UFC fighters are notorious fighters.
Okay.
I don't know that anybody fought more per capita than pro wrestlers.
No.
Pro wrestlers will go to your bar, steal your girl, and then fight you.
And punch your face.
Right, like it was just those are some of, and I'm wrong for it. I'm apologizing out loud that I'm wrong for what I'm about to say. But some of my favorite thing about wrestlers are the bar fights they got into.
What were we talking about yesterday, the Saturday versus Sunday? I mean, we're just a day different, DP. It's all right.
I'm so sorry. I'm so I should be ashamed of myself.
It's all right.
And
you've seen enough that I get it. You go for it.
I'm sorry, people. I'm better than that. I should be better than that. But I'm telling you, I have seen some wrestlers in the bar. Mind you,
did it ever happen in yours?
90, yes.
Okay.
90%, 95%. 95% of the fights that wrestlers get into at bars aren't started by the wrestlers. It's usually started by somebody who's mad that the wrestlers are there and getting attention.
Gotcha.
And it's also bad with jiu-jitsu fighters. Why do dumb people want to fight people who can fight? Like, I don't understand. It's constantly amazing to me.
But can you pick out a jiu-jitsu fighter that's just sitting at the bar?
Ears, man. Wrestlers in the ears.
Well, okay.
Cauliflower ears. Like, you didn't see the signs, bro. That is the red flag of all red flags.
Cauliflower ears.
When you see the cauliflower ears, just apologize, man. There's no good finish to this. This doesn't end well for you. Check the ears. Don't look at hands and stance and all that, or listen to what they say. When you see the cauliflower ears, they don't care. So yeah, there's a oh man, Roddy Piper, God rest his soul, was one of the best bar fighters I've ever. And because he didn't fight, he just finished. He just ended stuff. Right? Like, the
settler. The ultimate settler, not the pioneer.
We're not going to fight about it.
Uh-huh.
We're not going to talk about it because, as Rod said, you can't out-talk me. You can't out-talk me. So if we're going to throw hands, we're going to throw hands, but
let's just get to it.
I'm not going to be here long, bro. I don't know what you got planned, but I'm not going to be here long. I just want you to know, because what I'm about to do to you, if the police catch me, I'm going to jail. So
I'm not going to jail.
And I'm not going to jail.
Oh, man. All right, with that, let's go ahead and go to breakout. One final segment here from Blur for the week. Don't forget, we are back here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but we will wrap up a Friday here from Blur after this.
Oh, man.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $198 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008623, $198 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 14,000 to signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
Is your technology built for where you are or for where you're going? Can your current technology support future growth? To break through that invisible ceiling, you need executive-level strategic technology advising. Moser can help your business grow appropriately and efficiently, giving you the ability to turn your tech stack from a cost center into a growth engine. Visit moserit.com/theticket. That's moserit.com/THETICKET to learn more. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Lincoln is full of great golf courses in a state that is getting national recognition for exceptional golf. Friend Country Club is worth the drive, just 40 minutes from Lincoln and home to one of the state's most respected 9-hole courses. Enjoy their restaurant with popular items like a 14-ounce ribeye, 10-ounce sirloin, or chicken fried steak. Open Thursday through Saturday from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Expand your horizons with a trip to Friend Country Club, just 40 minutes southwest of Lincoln. It's worth a visit.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for their 14th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an exclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, they're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at 23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offer great pay, health, dental, and vision, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to old school with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Going back into old school one final time here for the week. Austin Orman and DP are with you. 402-464-5685. As always, the number to get into our Sartor Heyman Jewelers text line. I always love and appreciate hearing from the rest of you. DP, just about 20 minutes away from first pitch officially between Ole Miss and North Carolina. Have you made up your mind yet? Do you know which way you're leaning? Is this an Ole Miss 1-0 before they lose 2 straight, or a North Carolina win the first one and lose the next 2? Because we're on board with them both going 1-2.
Yeah, as the scoreboard shows, the TV shows, Carolina's 27-26 against the SEC. Mm-hmm. That's not winning numbers. That's not a winning number.
It's not.
It's winning. It's 1+, but it's not where you want it to be. Yeah. And this is an Ole Miss crowd. Like, I think we can fairly say this is an Ole Miss crowd. So I'm going to give plus 1.5 runs to Ole Miss. I think that's where I would stand. And
any benefit to Carolina being the one team in the last 3 years who's been here before?
Yes, tons of benefit. But it's also they're wearing that terrible blue top.
I'm staring at it right now.
If they were wearing the white, I might be able to give them a pass. But they're wearing the blue. No, I don't. Ole Miss's blue doesn't bother me. The Carolina blue bothers me.
Okay, the Ole Miss blue does bother me to a degree, the light blue, just because I didn't grow up with it.
Well, but
I grew up on the red and the closer to navy, like Marshall Henderson.
That's the blue I speak of. I don't like the cute Ole Miss blue.
No.
I
Why?
understand.
What's the point?
I don't know I don't know what people are doing.
I also didn't like the Royals or the Rangers going back to their version of powder, though.
Yeah, that's really weird.
I get why
I like the
Rangers.
Rangers. I like the Rangers because of the red. I like that blue because of the red. That's a Buddy Bell red.
Yeah.
Like that's a Buddy Bell red. That's not, they didn't win anything in that red. They didn't.
Right.
Like they were harmless. It's like the Padres in that terrible, or the Chargers in their powder blue. They didn't win.
I felt so betrayed by the Padres going away from the Trevor Hoffman color scheme back to the brown, because that's what I grew up with, right? Like I see the pictures of their Tony Gwynn's, et cetera, down the line. And
the Dave Winfield, Tony Gwynn, Bip Roberts, brown and gold is everything.
And see,
especially with the white top.
It.
Especially with the white top and the gold print, brown trim. I'm okay with that.
I know there's a market for it. It's not me. It just misses the mark with me. I just can't get there.
I didn't like the Trevor Hoffman Padres.
It's not great, but it's also what I grew up with, so it's what I associate.
Yeah,
with.
I don't. I go back. I truly remember the old uniforms. I love the St. Louis Cardinals jerseys. I don't like the Arizona Cardinals. Like it's a thing. I love the old Chargers. I love the old Raiders with the white jerseys. The silver numbers with black trim. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see it.
Why is their pitcher wearing red?
They must be wearing red.
Must be. You got the red shoes and the red. Okay.
Yeah, everyone else is wearing navy tops, and that's his actual game uniform.
Okay. So there we go.
Ole Miss in the red and Carolina in the obnoxious
red. It is
baby blue.
Red. It is red over the Carolina blue.
Red till I'm dead, right?
Or as my friend shout out to Cabell Philpott. That's the diaper blue.
I love that. On that note, let's go ahead and get out of here for Old School. Really appreciate the good folks at Blur for hosting us has become a bit of a tradition for us. Really appreciate our time up here. Just because we're done for the day does not mean we are done at the College World Series. We will be back up here at least Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You can get your tickets to come join us here at blurevents.com/Omaha. They've got 3 different price points of tickets. All sorts of good stuff going on. Really just depends on how much you want to drink and what kind of drinks you want. So 3 different levels. Any of them will get you in the door. Stop by, say hi, come see us. Would love to hang out with you and get a picture with you. Let us know if you're in town here for the College World Series. Big thanks to DP for hanging out. Terrell Farley, the black shirt, and Rudy back there on the board at 1040 O Street. For them, I'm Austin Norman. We'll talk to you again soon.